help it before we get into the news. All of that and more coming up.
This news update was brought to you by OwenSchroyer.store, the official site for Owen Report merchandise.
Come on. Okay, I think we're in. Alright. What's up? I just wanted to get some skate time in. Skate time in, please. I'm eating some lumpia. They're like fucking spring rolls or some shit, but I think they're Filipino style.
All right, ladies and
Just
gentlemen.
like an egg roll, but Filipino style.
Well,
they're pretty good.
They were building up. They were building up a big announcement from President Trump at the White House today. I don't know how big it was. Maybe it would be big, but
I feel guilty. I wish I wasn't there. The survey.
Howdy dookie.
Do they know they want I guess I would just report bugs, really.
One man's dumpster, another skater's super high ledge. This one is good to test your stunt with. And go.
With my brothers wasn't out there all alone, having dreams of making millions off the people in this phone. Then I got a little older than my dreams were fully grown. Shouting free all of my that's no longer free to roam. They collect the locks but they can't stop the flow, you'll soon be home. Think about it, could be worse, he took to the dome. Everybody's Frank Lucas, everybody's Al Capone. I remember as a kid
Reload.
in the streets, never knew that people running around the belly of the beast. With the predator police, they say
Ryan
brothers wanna feast. Following me from the north and now I'm all the way in east. Granny told me that the most as watching even as we sleep. And if you don't scratch the surface, you won't realize just how deep these demons fighting for the soul. I pray the Lord's got more to keep. Cause we came up from the ground where you can get it all for cheap. Hear me speak. Yo, man's thinking, get stacked. On the other side, thinking how they getting jacked. You know how the cycle goes, now they gotta get it back. Feds pull up plain clothes, everybody's getting wrapped. That's a fact, yeah. Man's thinking, get back. You know how the brain set when you start running flat. Someone's taking disrespect, getting left on your back. Feds pull up on the set, everybody's getting wrapped. Everybody's shooting shots until they run into them. Ain't afraid.
Bro, what the
Go again.
That man was giving headaches, so they turned him to a tumor. Express the moving silence, they can die enough for rumors. Well, if the cat fits, someone coming where the truth is. Too busy playing politics to ever see improvement.
They just want to fucking grab him all this shit. It's acting like all of a sudden they can grab. Yeah, it's just like sliding right off. Look at that. Even though I'm landing the grind, it's just pushing me off.
Ice on my heart, I had to get it off my chest. Been around the block and had the mileage in these creps. Voice in my head, it started
They wouldn't
talking
even
to me
also
less.
try to
Say less. Man's thinking, get stacked. On the other side, thinking, jacked. You know how the cycle goes, now they gotta get back.
Check those boxes.
Damn it, I was liking that song that we just played.
second. You all suck. You should all be fired. And we, the people, are tired of these games. We, the people, are tired
I don't know where
of being put in the middle of your political football game. You never do anything for us. You never have. You lie to us constantly. You work for your foreign and special donors, special interest and foreign interest donors. We're sick of you all. I'm so fed up with this Congress. So fed up. Even this administration is reaching a point where it's just like, I don't even care anymore. I don't even care. And you know, I would challenge people to answer a couple of questions for themselves. You know, the Freedom shirt that is one of the most popular shirts now. It's like everywhere I go, I see a Freedom shirt in honor of Charlie Kirk. People are showing their Freedom shirts off, and that's a nice thing to do for Charlie to keep his memory alive. That's a nice show of support for Charlie, and I like it when I see that. But aside from the superficial wearing of a t-shirt
You're so
to show
focused on your
support for
shredding,
Charlie,
I'm afraid my ego-boosting
I would
comments
ask,
will be lost on you.
what are you free from? No, I'm serious. What is it that you are free from? You sit here and celebrate freedom. What are you free from? Are you free from government intervention in your life? Not even close. Are you free from funding things that you don't support? No. Are you free to speak what you want? Say what you want? No. Are you free to do what you want with your own money? No. So, I'm done living in La La Land. I'm done living in Disneyland. I'm done living in this political theme park where we pretend everything is great because we had a political victory, but nothing really runs. Nothing really happens for us. We just all kind of mosey around and wear whatever the current color of choice is and say whatever the current buzzword is, clap like seals whenever we're told to. I am so over it. I'm so over it. And I guess part of the frustration for me is personal, and I'll get to that in a second, but it's I thought we were transcending this. I really did. That was the big thing about MAGA. That was the big thing about getting Trump elected again. It's like, we have finally transcended the swamp. We have finally transcended the left-right paradigm. We finally transcended consuming and regurgitating propaganda.
Market Mile
That's what
isn't
I
marketing
thought.
itself well enough. You haven't been in
That's
forever.
what I thought we were
There's
doing.
spots for days.
I thought this was about draining the swamp. I thought this was about exposing and arresting the deep state. I thought this was about making America great again. I thought this was the golden age. None of that has happened. And then I'm attacked because I actually expect the things we voted for to happen. And I'm the bad guy.
Want a little hardcore plaza trivia?
So I get attacked.
The first ever shop demo was held here many years ago. They brought in cars
Because
to
I
jump over
realized
and everything. Real old
There's
school,
going to be a lot of
mall
harsh truth
parking
for
lot
you
kind of
today,
vibe.
ladies and gentlemen. There's going to be a lot of harsh truth today, but you're going to have to hear this. You need to hear this. Because if you don't hear this today, if you don't hear this now, a year from now or a couple years from now, you're just going to be completely lost. You're going to be completely in the dark. You're not going to understand anything that's going on if you don't understand this here today. And I hope things can change. I'm not blackpilling. I'm not a pessimist. I'm a realist. I'm a freedom fighter. Results matter. So, a clip goes relatively viral from yesterday's show.
Oh,
where I
feel
talk
like a
about
good and easy
President
session
Trump
challenge?
giving credit to
this is
Marian Adelson.
That's your cue.
and how he says she cares about Israel more than America. He said that. And I've got the clips today. I'm going to play the clips for you. I didn't play them yesterday. I wasn't going to air the whole thing. So that clip goes viral on X, and people attack me and they say, how dare you say that? He didn't say that. That's not what's happening. That's not what's going on. You people are not interested in truth. You're not. You are not interested in truth. You are not interested in
One
reality.
try,
You are
verified.
not interested in having an actual philosophical, intellectual, political debate. You are not interested in actually saving the country.
Wow.
It seems like the only thing now that MAGA, whatever is left of these loyalists, because that's all it is now, all you're interested in is picking up the pom-poms and waving them and hoping you get a little pat on the head. And then in 4 years, when nothing happens, or in 2 years, when we lose the House, you're going to be sitting there with your thumb up your butt, wondering what went wrong, wondering what happened. As you sit here and you scream at the left, you scream into the oblivion. You're still obsessing over liberals. You're still trapped in the left-right spin cycle. We won the elections. The people you should be holding accountable, the people you should be addressing, the people you should be front-facing are the Republicans. It's the Trump administration. But you're still stuck, aren't you? You're still trapped in the left-right paradigm. And you can't even be real with yourself.
Wow.
And then when somebody comes in front of you
Wow,
and actually
guys.
tells you the truth, you reject it. Because it hurts your delicate little worldview. It disrupts your delicate paradigm.
Paradigm.
And so I see this. And
Do you
I've
like
said this
doing the
before.
line thing?
In my 10 years being a political figure in the media, I have never been more
a line
attacked in
challenge.
my life
Quite suitable for
than I am
establishing
now
that
by
you are
this
not a one-trick
fake
pony.
MAGA. And that's what it is. It's fake MAGA. And we all know who it is. It's all the Israeli loyalists. It's
Let's
all
go.
the paid propagandists. It's all the people that joined MAGA after 2020. None of you were there in 2015. None of you were there in 2016. None of you were there in 2017. None of you have paid a single price, not a dime, for MAGA. None of you. And for all the years I've been attacking the left, exposing the left, in the streets, all of it, I have never been more attacked for my political stances than I am today
One
by the
and
Israeli
done.
loyalists. I thought we were on the same team. But see, there's the catch. These people are not on your team. These people are not on Team America. They're on Team Israel. And that's the fact. And your own president admits it. He's not hiding it. He's telling you. The money, follow the money. The policy, follow the policy. So it's like, I don't want to turn heel. I don't want to become a heel. I just want to read the news. That's what this is about. I want you to get the news. But to me, if we don't have this realization, if we can't be honest about what's going on, then none of it matters. And I can't just come on here and read the news because none of it matters. I come out and I tell the truth, and I'm going to play the video right now. And I tell the truth, just like Donald Trump. I tell the truth about how his biggest donors care about Israel more than America. And then I get attacked, and I'm told I'm a liar, and I'm told I'm fake MAGA.
Fucking fake MAGA.
Now, before I go to the clips, you have to understand some stuff that's going on behind the scenes here, folks. And this is really why I start the show with this today. Most people agree with what I'm saying and have the same emotion,
Towers
attitude
of power.
towards these
Hate it.
issues, but they're afraid to
Love
say so
this spot.
publicly because they see the attacks
Draw a rad line
and
with
they're
this.
not in a position to be independent,
Send it.
or they don't have the fortitude to stick their neck out there. And that's fine. But believe me, behind the scenes, they all reach out to me. They all like my stuff. They all tell me I'm right. But they're too afraid to do it themselves. I don't blame you. I'm not upset. I get it. But it's just like, where are you at right now? When I just tell you the truth and you attack me for telling you the truth. Where are we at, folks? And that's what's so frustrating. And this used to be the issue I had with the left. Whenever I would debate with the left or raise issues with the left, it was clear that they're just
Making it look
they're
easy.
talking about things that they don't pay attention to. They're commenting on things that they have no idea about. They have opinions on things they've never even looked into. Now that's happening on the right. And yesterday was the perfect example. It was Donald Trump that said Marion Adelson cares more about Israel than America, not Owen Schroyer. Your president said that, not me. But you attacked me. So I'm going to play the clip.
Good luck.
I'm going to play the clip.
You got this.
But you know what I actually found? He said it more than once. He said it multiple times.
Nice, dude. I just can't tumbling down with.
Nice.
So here you go.
Step up to that challenge.
This
The
was
flip
the
and the
video
grab
in
right off the
question
bat,
from
too,
yesterday.
which was-
I was called a liar. I was attacked for telling the truth. So here's President Trump, not Owen Schroyer. Here's President Trump. Here's the video in question that I was attacked for reporting on. I was attacked for being
Okay,
honest
fucking
about.
Owens. Let me play the video.
So let's see you attack Donald Trump when he says it. You had no problem attacking
Go.
me.
Crush it.
You had no problem criticizing me. You had no problem labeling me and putting me on a list. Let's see you do the same with President Trump. You cowards. You frauds. Oh, I'm going to put Owen Schroyer on a list. He said Marion Adelson cares more about Israel. I'm going to call Owen Schroyer a bad guy. I'm going to call him names. I'm going to attack him because he dare say Marion Adelson cares more about Israel. Okay, fair enough. You do that.
Quick
Now let's see you
restart.
do it to President Trump, you cowards, you phonies, you frauds, you bootlickers. You are pathetic. You are what is going to destroy this movement if you haven't already. You are why America will never get out of this hole. You. Not me. You. Because you can't
Oh,
be
come
honest with
off it.
yourself. You can't be honest with whatever audience you have. And you attack the messenger for telling the truth every time. Just like the left did for 8 years.
For 8 years.
Now it's you. So all the people that put me on a list, all the people that called me names, all the people that attacked me in the last 24 hours for saying Marion Adelson cares more about Israel than America, I want to see you do the same thing to President Trump. But you won't do it because you're bootlickers and you're cowards. So here you go.
Miriam, stand up, please. She really is. I mean, she loves this country.
Talking about Israel.
Back to the start.
She loves this
You got
country.
this.
Her and her husband are so incredible. We miss him so dearly. But I actually asked her, I'm going to get her in trouble with this, but I actually asked her once, I said, so Miriam, I know you love Israel. What do you love more, the United States or Israel? She refused to answer. That might mean Israel, I must say.
Okay, there you go. You're going to put Trump on the same list you put me on? You're going to attack Trump with the same attacks you had against me? You're gonna say Trump's not MAGA? Come on! Come on, big boy!
Oh, come on, that was it.
Come
dude.
on, tough guy! Come on! Let's see it!
This is so fucking annoying.
Let's see it! You won't do it. Because you're cowards.
Bro, what
'Cause
do
you're
you
Okay,
want to do?
this time.
Then I figured out. No, Trump is actually a very honest person. He's a very honest about this issue. He told you, the top donors all care more about Israel.
Sick.
He said it before. This isn't even the first time he said it. Here it is before.
As I promised, I recognized Israel's eternal capital and opened the American embassy in Jerusalem. Jerusalem became the capital. I also recognized Israeli sovereignty over the Golan Heights. You know, Miriam and Sheldon would come into the White House probably almost more than anybody
Man, come on,
outside of
dude.
people that worked there. And they were always after it. As soon as I'd give them something, always for Israel. As soon as I'd give them something, they'd want
Time for
something
another
else. I said,
go.
give me a couple of weeks, will you please? But I gave them the Golan Heights, and they never even asked for it. You know, for 72 years, they've been trying to do.
So there you go. President Trump said it, not Owen Schroyer. Go ahead, tough guys. Let's see you attack Trump today.
Oh my God,
Let's
this
see
is
you
so
put Trump
gross.
on lists. Let's see you say Trump's not MAGA. Come on, you're so tough. You came after Owen Schroyer. Come on, tough guys, go after Trump. He's the one that said it. Come on, you're real tough. You're real politically informed. You're the thought leaders. Go ahead, come on, throw Trump under the bus now. Come on. There it is. Trump's biggest donors care more about Israel than America. There it is.
Give it another
Trump-
try.
Trump's biggest donors that care more about Israel than America visit the White House more than anybody else. Oh.
There it is.
So see, this is what's so frustrating.
Objective? What
If you want to
objective?
disagree with me on an issue and have a debate, then that's fine. I have no problem with that. I'm into that, actually. I like that a lot. But if you're going to attack me and label me things that not only aren't true, but the only reason you're even doing that is because you're ignorant. It's all
Ignorant.
based off of your ignorance.
Ignorance.
You don't follow the news.
You don't follow the news.
You don't know what really goes on.
Ignorance.
I don't make things up. I do not come on air and make things up.
Out
I
of
come on air
ignorance.
and
Oh,
report the
shit.
news.
Shut that bitch.
That's what I do.
Ignorance.
I don't lie. I rarely embellish. I try not to. I come on air and I report the news. And then you dare tell me that I'm lying, that I'm not MAGA. I'm reporting the news. But fine, you know what? It's my fault. I didn't play the clips yesterday. I didn't realize that now all these fake MAGA people, all these Johnny-come-latelys, all these sunshine patriots, it's my fault. I didn't realize
Dax
how
fun
ignorant
fact.
you were. I didn't realize
43%
how
of Dax
uninformed you were.
cannot,
I
in
didn't
fact,
realize
do
how
a kickflip
uninterested
first
you were
try.
in the actual
Most
news.
warm up with the heel, then bang out a
I
kickflip
thought you were
in
informed.
2.8
I thought you
attempts.
followed the news. That's on me. I didn't realize that you were just as ignorant and just as ill-informed as the average liberal. I didn't realize that, so that's my fault. I should have played the clips yesterday. That's on me. But don't for 1 second think that there's an inch between you and the left wing. There's not. You might have different policies. You might have different ideas or whatever, but at the end of the day, you're the exact same. You're just as woke as they are. You're just as woke, you're just as in a cult, and you're just as ignorant.
Wow.
And I'm so at my wit's end with it. And I will admit there is a bit of bias here. I will admit that there's a bit of a bias here, but how can you blame me? How can you blame me now when they want to gatekeep Owen Schroyer out of MAGA? And they want to say I'm not MAGA, and they want to say I'm a bad actor, and they want to say I'm a foreign agent. Yeah, you know what? That does upset me a little bit because, you know why? Because I was on the streets in
Rolling on.
2015. Because I
This
was
line.
getting attacked in 2017.
It's go
Because I
time.
was getting sued in 2016. Because I was getting censored in 2018. Because I was getting arrested in 2019, in 2020, in 2021. I was getting sued again in 2022.
Damn.
I've had guns pointed at me. I've been doxxed. I've been death threatened. All because I'm Original Mac. That's the price that I paid. And all you did was log on
Start
to
over.
X and make a post. And you think you're gonna gatekeep this movement? No. You think you're gonna have any influence over American politics? I'm just fed up with it. I'm just fed up with it. But at the end of the day, why? Why am I really fed up? Is it about me? No. I'm fed up with it because it's about the country. Because it's about America.
So good.
And in case you haven't noticed, the country's really not getting much better, folks. It's not.
Wow.
You can sit here and pretend that it feels better,
Wow.
and you can sit here and respond to the stimuli meant to brainwash you.
This
But look around. Nothing has changed.
media.
Nothing has changed. The only things that you can point to is you can say that wherever Trump is sending the National Guard, the crime rate is going down.
First thing is
That's a good thing. It's a nasty situation. Not a situation we want, but that is happening. And then the border.
Wow.
The border is closed, and deportations are happening. But hold on a second. Before you get so excited about that, before
Wow.
we raise the victory flag on that,
Wow, 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 wow.
is that really victory?
What?
Isn't that what's supposed to be happening? Aren't we supposed to have a secure border? Aren't we supposed to be deporting criminal illegal aliens? Aren't we
Line.
supposed to be stopping criminals from running rampant
Hit
in
it.
our inner cities? Is that really a victory?
Wow.
Or is that just what's supposed to be happening? So that's my little tirade. That's my little rant for today. Maybe I should blame Blackout Coffee for that one.
Do over.
Maybe that's a Blackout Coffee rant because I had a couple cups today, so I'm a little fired up. I'm a little fired up. But that's where I stand, and I'm not alone. I might be one of the more outspoken people out there, and I've got the pedigree and the resume that's unmatched by anyone else now in this generation. So, yeah, it's a little more meaningful to me, but I'm not alone. And there are a lot of big name people, much bigger than me. I'll tell you, much bigger than me.
So I'm listening to this guy named Owen Schroyer.
Like you're saying,
He was
Someone
on a
isn't
show with
objective.
this guy Alex Jones.
agree with it.
And
But just
they
can't
talk
go there
about
themselves.
conspiracy shit, government
yet, at least.
corruption, stuff like that.
Not yet. Maybe they will.
Like
Maybe
a conservative
others will
conspiracy
reach
or
this
whatever.
point of
But
impatience
this
or
dude
intolerance,
started talking a lot about Israel, which I resonate
incredulousness
with.
even than I'm at. Maybe.
About how they're
Probably.
like, you know, how they're
But I
taking over our
usually am the
government
first
and
to
the
hit
media,
the barbed
basically.
wire. I usually am the
And,
first on the scene.
And I've heard
But they'll
you've
be
been
there
hearing that
eventually.
for a
They'll go
long
public
time.
eventually.
That
Eventually
is
it
not
won't be
something
telling me
new.
behind the scenes.
It's not a new conspiracy, or it's not
Eventually it won't be sending me
something
a
new that's
message.
been talked about. That's been talked about for
text.
ages.
Eventually
But
you'll hear from them too. But it's a little.
he started going off
it's a little
about it, and
dangerous right
I
now,
respected him
and
for doing that because there's
people
not a lot
don't
of
be
people
negative
at the
with Trump in
time
office now,
that
and
was
so I
talking
get it.
about that. Like nobody
I
was,
get it.
everybody was
I don't
keeping
blame
it
you.
really light on that stuff.
But to those of you out
But
there with your
he
false
started coming out
superiority, to
and,
those of you out there with
he
your
started coming
false
out
podium,
and talking a shit ton about
You are
like
in
fucking
the minority.
government
You just
taking
haven't
money
realized
from Israel and
because
Turn
you're
that
just
one
the
out.
loudest
this
people
and that.
in
And he
the
started
room.
even talking about Trump, you know, doing that and blah blah
But
blah.
most of the people in the room
And I guess Alex
are feeling
Jones
just
was getting mad maybe because
they're just being
he's
quiet.
putting him in
You're just the
danger
loudest people in the room.
by
Just like the
talking shit
liberals.
about the
You
Israelis
scream louder
or
than anybody
Israel.
else, and you think that means
So,
that you're in the majority.
So it looked like that. I had a feeling that something was gonna happen. I don't know.
And you're going to learn the hard way.
But
And
he
you're gonna
and
freak
this
out
guy
when
Owen,
Don Donnie
Owen
wins
Schroyer ended up
the
getting
mayor's race.
like
You're gonna
kicked
say,
off
"How
of
did
the
this
Alex
happen?"
Jones show. It was
Because you
weird
don't
though
live
because
forever.
the way it
And you don't even
happened
care to try.
was kind of weird. Like
You're the new woke.
this fool,
You're the
I guess
new-
Owen
You're the new ignorant
was like
people
not
that
coming in
comment
to
and talk
work or
about
something like
politics
that,
and
and
news and stories.
and
that
then
you
I
know
guess
nothing
they
about.
got on the phone and they had a conversation
And most people are sick
and
of it.
Owen said some
They're
shit
sick of it.
that was making it seem like
And eventually, they're going to raise
he
their
didn't want to
voice.
come in or
And
I don't know,
eventually
some
they're going to
bullshit.
get loud.
And Alex
you'll
Jones,
forget
instead
all
of being
about
like,
Owen
what can we
Schroyer.
do to help you or whatever, you know?
Sure, it's
Like he
really
just
easy
told
to
him, you
go
know
after
what, you
me
don't need
now.
to come in. Like forget about it, you know? Like
When
don't
I'm
bother
the one
coming
making
in.
the most noise against
And he
you.
basically fired him.
But you'll see.
And so it's kind of
You'll
weird because it's
forget
almost
all
like
about the Owen Schroyer.
it's almost like it was
When everybody else sounds
just
like
a
me.
good chance.
Yeah, I'd
Like
say
it was
about
just
8.
it just happened to be a good
Now,
chance for Alex
things
Jones
can
to kick
change
him
in this
off.
administration,
And he
Trump
used
can
that
take things in a
opportunity to
different
kick
direction,
him.
and I hope he does. But
And,
the path that we're on,
But
Not gonna
it's
happen.
weird because in a weird way too, like
and
it
these
seems
silly
like he,
little games
this
that
guy
we're
wanted
playing
to
right now
as
in
well,
Congress, it's a joke.
but I think he's really confident
joke.
and I think that could be an issue for
There
him.
is nothing different. There is
Like
nothing new.
he's super
There is
confident,
nothing new
self-absorbed in
between
some
this
ways. And
and
I feel
every
like
other
that
administration
could
that you complain about.
get him into some
Nothing.
issues because he's gonna
Nothing.
he's gonna try to bite
OG
off more
Dak
than he
and
can chew.
Bonsky builder,
And,
Joe
like,
Bonsky, had
He's
a
in
knack for
hopes that
building
he's gonna
stuff
break
that
away
makes
from
even
the Alex
most
Jones show
intrepid
and
pause
reach
and think about it.
you know the same kind of
You can get this coffee mug that I support.
the
I
same
guess you could
kind
say
of
it's the
level as
official
Alex
coffee
Jones,
mug
which is crazy because Alex Jones is like a big deal, and he's been doing this shit for
of the
decades.
show. You can't
I've
get it at
listened to him for a very long
blackoutcoffee.com.
time, so
I've actually got a lot of mugs
and I don't
here, as you can
100%
see.
agree with Alex Jones either. I'm not like
This is the one I got right
You
here.
know,
the
he's
Don't tread on me.
God or anything. Like he's just
Steel
he
mug.
was
I love this thing. I
he's
love
always
it
said
because it
stuff
does
that
match-
you won't hear on
it
the
does
normal
obviously match the
Welcome to
news,
the
and I
jungle.
respect that a
You've
lot.
got a healthy appetite for spot destruction today.
But it's
But
just a nice little mug.
but he's
you
been
know,
around
take
for
it
a
on the
fucking
go.
long ass time. And that
Drink
has
your
got a lot of
coffee at
stripes.
home.
So you know, for this guy Owen to just come out and expect
So
to
when you
reach
see
the
that
same
mug,
level, I don't know if
say,
it's gonna
"Where
get like that.
can I
I'm
get
praying for
that
him.
mug?"
I hope he
You can
does.
get it at Black
You know,
Cow
find his
Coffee.
niche
.com.
and he can make a living doing this news because I enjoy his
There you go.
his
And right now, if you go to
position in politics.
blackoutcoffee.com/Owen, you can get 20% off your first
Like
order
I don't,
when
I'm
you
not
use
100%.
coupon
Like
code Owen.
I'm never 100% on
Folks, you gotta
it. You know what I mean? Like this
Take
guy, he
advantage
says
of
shit
that
that
at the
pisses
very
me off
least.
too.
Now, I think you're gonna
Like
like
he's
the
kind of
coffee, just like I
would even say he comes off a
so
little
you're going to
racist
become a repeat
sometimes.
customer.
And
But
then
at the very
I'm like,
least,
what
take
the
advantage
fuck?
of
You know, like
20%
some
off.
of the shit that this fool was saying. You know?
20% off. All you got to do
But,
is make one order and use coupon code Owen and get 20% off.
But I don't
Why
know,
not
man.
take
Like
advantage of that right
some
now?
of the shit he's saying is the conversations
If you don't
that
like it after
I
that, you
feel
can
like
make up your
America
own.
needs to be having that
And
they're
I'm
ignoring.
quite positive.
So
I'm quite positive
you know,
you'll
for
be
him
like
to
me,
be doing that,
and you'll
like,
have a pot of blackout
he's
coffee
literally going up against
in your coffee machine.
he's going
in
up
your coffee
against
pot
all
every
this
single
conservative,
day.
all this
So many options to choose
Democratic,
from, by the
or
way.
what do you call it, Democrats?
I got a couple of
Conservatives.
their
He's going
bags
heads up with
here
both of them,
in the
like,
studio. But
because they both
I'm
take
still-
money
I'm
from
still
Israel.
Working my way
So,
through the
You know, he's making a lot
pitch
of
black
enemies
espresso.
by just
I'm still
focusing a
working
lot
my
on
way through
Israel
that,
and
but
calling them out for what they're doing. Because you know what? That's the biggest taboo. A lot of people aren't talking about.
Here, I'll eventually get
You
to
know,
the
and they
dark
don't tell
roast
you that. Like
premium
they
coffee,
make laws to prevent
1776
people from realizing what you're doing, and that should be illegal.
fresh
Never heard
roasted,
this.
brutal awakening,
Something
dark
like that.
roast. And when they reached out, I said, "Well, what kind of coffee do you like?" I said, "I like the boldest.
But in my opinion, as far as news,
I want the boldest dark roast
you
you
know,
got."
podcasts
And that's
go,
what they said.
I enjoy him. I started
The Brutal
enjoying him
Awakening,
more than
Pitch
Alex
Black
Jones
Espresso and the
in some
17
ways because with Alex, like
76
Alex gets
dark
obsessed
roast.
with his
Get it?
fucking selling shit. Like
blackoutcoffee.com/Owen.
I'll sit there listening to Alex
Use
Jones
coupon
show,
code Owen, get 20% off.
and it's getting good
Your
and stuff,
first
and then he
order.
just starts
All
fucking
right.
bitching about I need
All
money.
right, let's.
Oh, I need money,
slow
guys.
the
You know,
heart
we're gonna get closed down. I need you guys to buy some stuff. Buy some stuff. Hey, guys, you know,
Slow
don't
the
forget to go
heartbeat.
buy some stuff.
Take
Like,
it
you know, not everybody
Probably
buys
should
this
start
stuff.
taking
Make sure you're
coffee
buying
out of
stuff. And it's just like, at one point, I'm like, okay, dude, like, I get you need fucking money,
There
bro,
you
but
go.
like,
Take a deep.
I don't need you to
It's all
fucking
just- it's all just
batter
calm
me into the
down.
ground to give you my paycheck.
It's all
Like,
just
fuck.
relax. It's just political talk. You don't need to have any.
And I got tired of that. I got tired of listening to that shit. So I started listening to this fool Owen
You
Schroyer.
don't need to take it personally.
And he was pretty good. I mean, he talks shit, you know, and
Who does their own stunt?
so, should we
So
get into
I
the
was
news now
enjoying
then?
that.
Stunt it up.
Should I get into the news?
My
Government
advice?
shutdown.
Hit it.
Anyway, so
GOP funding
one of the
bill
big
fails for
things
10th
is
time.
that this fool
Do you care about this?
he lost his job
You
on
care about the government shutdown.
Infowars, and now he is kind of making his own show. So this
Because
is his
I love,
own show on YouTube.
I love these
It's been
people
up for like
pretend
2
they
weeks or
care
something
in
like that.
Congress, Like they give a damn.
So he just
Chuck
comes on
Schumer doesn't
YouTube and
like
talks for like 3 hours. And
Keep on knocking
that.
them
It's
out.
just a political football game.
it sounds like he's trying to
I think
get
we're all
he's
sick
trying
of
to
it.
build his foundation. So he's trying to get people that are like
These
donors
people
or
don't do anything for the
sponsors,
American
you know,
people. They don't do anything.
in order to
and now
keep
they
him
pretend
paid
like
so
they
he
care
can keep,
when the
you know,
government
trying to do the
shut
work
down,
or
and they're still
whatever.
getting
So,
a paycheck.
you know,
They're
it seems
still
like he's
doing
kind of
quite
doing
fine,
okay,
they
but like
care. Aren't
he
you
just
so
made a huge
convinced
fall
that Mike Johnson
from like
cared?
having
Aren't
a
you so
huge news
convinced
studio that had all
Chuck
kinds of
Schumer
cool
cared?
shit, all the
Come
way to
on,
like
guys.
not having anything.
Come
So
on, man.
it's like he's doing it out of his garage basically.
Come on,
And,
listen to Mike Johnson, guys. He's serious.
but again, I like his news. I like his position on some things. So I enjoyed listening to him.
Stop holding. I'm getting very upset. We stop holding the American people hostage to these ridiculous political games. People see what's going on here. We should not have Border Patrol agents not paid right now because Chuck Schumer wants to play political games to cover his tail. I don't know how much more simply to say that, and every single one of you know that's exactly what's going on. I don't like being mad.
You gotta
I
love
wanna- I
free
wanna be
public
happy. I want
transport.
to be the happy warrior, but I am so upset about this. God bless America. We're done. Thanks.
You know what? Good. I like Mad Mike, actually. Because now you actually sound like us, Mike. Welcome to our world.
Possession in.
Holding Americans hostage. Do you feel you're being held hostage? Now look, there's no
And
doubt that there are
go.
people that are affected by this. I'm not denying that. There are obviously people affected by this. Probably less than 1% of the population. But okay, there's people affected by this. Tell me, how many Americans are affected by the ridiculous tax rates? How many Americans are affected by the highest grocery prices ever, the highest energy costs ever? How many Americans are affected by that? Oh, that's right, 100%
Let's
of Americans.
give it another go.
Where's your outrage on that, Mike? It's all fake. No, I'm okay. Hey, let's see, Mad Mike. Come on, let's see it. Are you really frustrated? Are you really with us now? Because you're like,
Standing on business may apply.
a little taste of where we're at, Mike. No, we're being held hostage over a foreign nation's interests. We're being held hostage over a war on the other side of the planet. We're held hostage over Cold War era foreign
You
policy.
gotta be kidding me, man. They're not gonna fucking let me just. Why don't they put something up here,
We're
bro?
held
Like,
hostage over
it's so
ridiculous
fucking
federal
stupid. They
bureaucracies.
don't allow you to do that.
All of us are held hostage.
They don't put
This government
a
shutdown
bus
is like
stop up there.
a grain of sand on the mountain of Americans being fed up. So welcome to the party, Mad Mike. So glad you could join us. Do you understand where the American people are coming from now? Chuck Schumer.
Man,
Shut
all
up.
these
You need a spotter.
politicians are fucking on some
We got a
other
couple of
shit,
Schumer
dude.
clips today.
I've been paying attention to this shit for a long time now, and like, it's just a mafia, dude. And these
But,
guys
you
get
know what,
away
let's
with
go back to the
fucking
press conference
murder,
with
man.
Johnson.
The shit they get away with is
And
like,
this is Lisa
you wouldn't
McClain,
believe
Republican
it,
Lisa
you know?
McClain.
And a lot of people they don't.
So
they
she
don't
takes
even
a
care.
shot at Chuck.
So they just like, okay, cool,
Old Chucky
whatever.
today, too.
But
Here's
a lot,
that.
this is the reason
Well, good
why
morning,
we
everybody.
are
Here we are
poor.
again.
Like, I'm not
Your
saying
commitment to
everybody
the climb
here
is
is
duly
poor, but
Chuck
noted.
Schumer
it's
wants
the
a
reason
dirty
why
deal.
we have so much issues
I'll say it
in our
again. Chuck
country,
Schumer wants a
in our
dirty deal.
planet.
One that
Not
caters
even just
to
the
his
country,
radical
but in our
base.
planet. Like,
You know, the same crowd
These
planning
guys,
to
they
protest
destabilize
at their
your
I
governments.
Hate America rally
they
this
destabilize your governments for profit.
weekend. And what
Meanwhile,
is
they're
in
getting
this
fucking
so-called
wealthy,
deal?
and
on
our
pushing.
countries
Take a
are
look at
suffering.
what's in Chuck
And they
Schumer's
don't
dirty
give a
deal.
fuck because
Here, let me
everybody's doing
spell-
the same thing. So,
Now,
you know, they're all criminals. So why
as
are
I
they
said
going to,
yesterday,
you
I
know,
don't
rat
wanna
each
hear
other out?
anything about these No Kings protests. I don't want to hear a damn thing about it.
They know if they rat somebody else, they're
Unless
going to
that
get
thing
in
is
trouble.
we're
So it's like
investigating the
everybody.
organizers.
The biggest thing
I
is
don't
just
want
stay
to hear
quiet.
another word. We have been watching these protests manifest for 10 years. For 10 years.
Line.
I don't want to hear
This is
a
a
damn
pig
word
challenge.
about it. Unless that word
That's
is
your cue.
we're investigating, we're indicting. We know all the organizers and all the funders. And we're launching criminal investigations. We're launching RICO charges. That's all I want to hear. I'm sick of our politicians, specifically on the right. They take these issues
Reload.
and they hold them up like a dog toy. And they shake them around, pretend like they're going to throw it, so you go chase it. And they never do anything about it. Never. Never. Oh, don't you know, guys? The Republicans are saying that Chuck Schumer is doing a dirty deal. Really? Chuck Schumer is doing a dirty deal? No way! Not the Honorable Chuck Schumer! No!
Bro,
I thought he was a good guy. I had no idea. Chuck Schumer does dirty deals? And certainly in Washington, D.C., certainly in the United States Congress, there's never any dirty dealing. That doesn't happen. Nobody does dirty dealing.
Go
this
again.
is unheard of. There's never any dirty
Yeah,
dealing.
sorry.
There's never any insider trading. There's never our politicians getting bought off by foreign and special interests. It never happens. It's just this one time with Chuck Schumer. It's only Chuck Schumer. Everything is Chuck Schumer's fault. And don't you know, they got a protest this weekend. See? There's a protest. Oh.
bro, man, it keeps trying to
It
fucking do
adds
some shit.
$1.5 trillion to our national debt.
Oh! We care about the national debt now? Do we care about the national debt now? When did that happen? $8 trillion added to the national debt in Trump's first administration. $2 trillion added to the national debt so far in his second administration. What was that you were saying? You care about the debt now? You're
What
all
the
restart.
such
fuck, bro?
phonies,
This
man.
is such bullshit.
You're all such phonies. I'm not playing these games with you. I'm done. You know what's funny? And I said this last week, but you know, maybe I should reemphasize, because I'll give credit where credit is due. I'm always going to be honest.
Damn it, man.
Most people on the right would probably be thrilled if we had a leader like Benjamin Netanyahu.
Oh my god.
Benjamin Netanyahu is the biggest ethno-nationalist in the world. Benjamin Netanyahu will do anything for his country.
Bro, it keeps
Of
making
course,
me
we don't
jump.
like
I
it.
don't want to
Back to the
jump.
start.
Many
You
Israelis
got
don't
this.
like it because they don't think it's helping them either, but nonetheless. You know what Benjamin Netanyahu does? He puts Israel first. And he makes no bones about it. Oh yeah. Don't you wish our politicians cared about our country like Netanyahu cares about Israel?
Why can't I get that?
You might not like his tactics, you might not like his policies, but nobody's going to argue he's not fighting for Israel. Nobody's going to claim Netanyahu's putting a foreign country first. You never hear that. People complain about Netanyahu all the time, but nobody complains he's putting a foreign country first. Never hear that. Benjamin Netanyahu is an actual far-right
I can't believe
ethno-nationalist.
I almost had it, and then now I can't even do shit.
That's what he is. And he puts Israel first with everything he does. And he has a
Yeah,
vision
now I
of
can't
fighting
make
for
the
Israel,
top.
and he's
Like,
trying
what
to
the
do
fuck
this.
is that about?
And nothing will get in his way. Now again, I don't like it. I don't like what Netanyahu is doing. I don't like his policy. But the only reason why I would even care is because we fund the whole thing. We fund his policy. We fund his Israel first agenda. So that's why I have an issue with it.
How do I not make that
But
jump,
wouldn't it be
bro?
nice? Wouldn't it be nice if America had a leader that actually put the country first, like Netanyahu? These guys aren't doing it. You think these Republicans are doing it? They'll take $7,000 to put Israel first tomorrow.
You are not out of bounds, but
It's
you
crazy
definitely are
because I
late.
cannot do
You know
that.
what else is
Serious.
ironic about that? I have had more outreach from
I don't know how I
to bring
cannot make
me
that.
in. I bet you I could meet Netanyahu. I have had more effort from the Israeli lobby, American Jews, people that are connected in Israel. I have had more outreach from them to get me to go to Israel and see how things
Oh.
Time
work.
for another
And
go.
I bet
I
you they
pressed
introduced
up.
me to
I think I
Netanyahu.
pressed up and it let me.
I'll give them credit where credit is due. They are trying to get me on their side. I mean, let's just say what it is. Now, some people do it. Some people do it. Some people take the trip and go do the photo ops and go meet Netanyahu and do the whole thing. Some people do it. It's a choice they make. I chose not to do it. I don't want to do it. But I can do it. I get none of it. I get none of it from this administration. Isn't that funny? The one country,
This is so hard to do.
and the one geopolitical issue in leadership that I take the most issue with, Israel, they do more to court me than my own country. They do more to court me
Crazy.
than the administration, than the Trump administration.
Oh, you gotta be fucking kidding me. We had that.
Give it another
That's what
try.
you call a paradox.
He's making a good point right now. He's saying that you know, he's trying to defend his country and he's doing everything he can to defend his country. And the you know who he considers to be the enemies or the parasites.
Healthcare to illegal immigrants.
They're
That's
doing
not a
more
talking point.
than
It's a fact.
the country he's
It does
defending
the most historic investment Congress
lend a
has
hand
ever
out to
made
him and try to help
in
him.
rural
And he's like, you know, how fucked up is
It's
that?
a fact. And it
I can't stand you. That's a fact.
Fuck, man.
I don't blame him. You know, you go through things in life, you get experience. Again, I would never do it. I would never sell out my country. I would never sell out my ancestors.
Oh, you gotta fucking
Start over.
kidding me, dude.
I would never sell out my lineage. I would never do it. But you know what? To the ones that take the money, to the ones that take the trip, you know what? Part of me doesn't even blame them. Part of me doesn't even blame them. You make your own decisions in life. Part of me doesn't even blame them. Because at the end of the day, you figure something out pretty quick in politics, folks. Most of these people, all they care about is fame and fortune. That's it. That's it. They don't have values. They don't have principles. They don't stand on issues. They're not going to be out in the streets.
Got it.
They're not going to be in courtrooms.
That was insane, dude.
They're not,
You can't even
they
really
just
land
want to be
that.
famous.
You just
And they
gotta
put-
We've
land on
sounded
it.
And they
success.
see the best way to do that is to go through the Israeli lobby. And then once you do that, you get access. And then you can get access in D.C. So they do it. It's like, I don't even blame them. They make a personal choice. All right. Now, we're going to call you out. We're going to call you out for what you've done. So, yeah, you're going to get the backlash. You're going to deserve that, too. It's like, part of me doesn't even blame him. But then you do blame them because they are just all phonies. They are just all sellouts. So you do have to blame them for that. But it's just the whole thing is just pathetic. Honestly, the whole thing has just become so pathetic. Now it's breaking news right now that John Bolton has just been indicted.
I hope
So
you
we
got a
were
transfer.
anticipating that this was going to happen today, as this story
Feel like a
is
set?
already on my desk.
This
So
challenge?
we were anticipating this,
Let's go.
but so this was published earlier, about 2 hours ago. John Bolton case set to be presented to grand jury as DOJ prosecutors seek indictment. So it is now official. John Bolton has been indicted. And there's been some footage here. Go to the side shot. Go to the side shot of me. We'll see if they're still putting this on air. They were showing a bunch of footage of it looked like people going into Bolton's house or his office or something and pulling out stacks and stacks of papers and boxes of papers and stuff. So John Bolton has now been indicted. Now this is going to be about him leaking information in a book. It's really not even that consequential, if we're being honest. But okay, yeah, it's a deep state hack. You know, it's a military-industrial complex hack. But did you know? Here's a little background for you on John Bolton. Oh,
Motherfucker, come on.
oh yeah, you're gonna love this one.
Let's give it another go.
Do you know how John Bolton ended up in the first Trump administration? Have you heard this story?
Okay, we're not gonna.
So many of the holdovers in D.C., the swamp creatures,
50% of your allotted
the
time
war
transpired.
lobbyists, the Israeli lobbyists. When Trump got elected, they came to him and they told him, John Bolton, John Bolton. Now, Trump never wanted Bolton.
God damn it, man.
Trump was not interested in John Bolton. He didn't like the Bush years, foreign policy.
Check those.
Trump was rejecting Bolton every time somebody came to him and said, you need to bring John Bolton in.
In the
But do you know who changed it all?
focus.
Do you know who got John Bolton into the first Trump administration? Sheldon Adelson. That's it. And just like Trump told you, the Adelsons visit the White House more than anybody else. And Sheldon convinced Trump to bring John Bolton in. That was a Sheldon Adelson deal. And I guess when you pay hundreds of millions of dollars to run the Republican Party foreign policy, I guess you get things done. Yeah. Maybe when you see all these people celebrating John Bolton's indictment, all these people attacking John Bolton today, and he's a traitor, and he's bad, and he was bad for Trump, and all this other stuff. Who put him in there? Why was John Bolton even in there? You're going to go after the
Reload.
Adelsons for that one, or are you going to stop right there? See, that's why these people are such frauds. Because they all have a line in the sand, folks. They all have a line in the sand. Oh, they'll all be trashing John Bolton today. I bet you right now, I could log on to X, and they're all trashing John Bolton. A traitor to Trump. Deep state. Okay. You're going to go after the Adelsons that put him in there? You're going to go after the Adelsons that Trump said love Israel more than
Time's
America?
at halfway.
You're going to blame it on the Adelsons that get more access to the White House than anybody else? Or are you just going to sit here and flail your arms and scream, John Bolton, yeah, we got John Bolton? Or are you going to be honest with yourself?
Are you going to be honest?
Someone is an objective
about who
machine.
put John Bolton in the White House? It was Sheldon Adelson.
The Sheldon
Or are you gonna
Adelson.
stop? You're not going to go there, are you?
Put him in there.
Why not?
But you won't acknowledge that. Why not?
Why aren't you going to go there?
You're listening to the Owen Report on the Win
fucking
Network.
Owen. That's what I'm talking about. That's why I like this guy. If we're just calling fools out. I used to get a fucking music producer that was out there because the music is shit.
Feel the flow with this.
I feel like in some ways we're getting too
Send
comfortable.
it.
But which is whatever. But like he did an interview with some WWF guy yesterday, and I was like, bro, you're not even doing fucking.
On the cutting edge of news and analysis, the Owen Report with Owen Schroyer.
I guess he's just trying to cut loose a little bit.
Go again.
And this fool claims.
No,
one
we're
thing-
not slowing down.
One thing about him is that he
Just
always.
because we're playing Billy Joel, we're not slowing
He
down.
always
we're not
claims-
slowing down. We're just
he-
going to enjoy it.
He always claims
gonna
that he
enjoy it a
likes
little bit.
like heavy metal or hardcore.
Remind yourself
You know,
that
rock
life
and
is good.
stuff.
Yeah, obliterate
He
the
never plays
objective.
it. He was playing the Backstreet Boys the other day, and now this is just Owen Schroyer fandom. But like, he's fucking weird. He claims, you know, he's like, oh, I like hardcore rock, you know, because it gives me pumped. I get excited. But he never plays. I rarely hear him pumping a lot of fucking heavy metal. Like, he's vibing on this shit.
We are in hour number
I'm not
2
gonna
now
hate
of the
on
Owen
his
Report
musical
today,
preference,
and
but
fiery
Line
first
this one up.
hour. A lot
I'm
of
kind of
people-
like, where's the
a lot of people like it. a lot
You
of
got
people
this.
didn't like it. Sorry, sometimes the truth hurts. But
Where's the Rob Zombie?
at first, the truth hurts. But then, it sets you free. Remember that. Remember that. All right, do I want to go to a video clip here, or do I want to get back to the news? I did say I'd go to Schumer.
Quick restart.
So let's do that. Let's see what Schumer is saying today as they voted against the bill to reopen the government. Are we cheering Schumer on for that, by the way? I don't know. I have mixed emotions.
Oh, come fucking on.
The whole thing is it's all so stupid. It's all so ridiculous. But, oh, hey, we can still... Government shutdown? $40 billion for Argentina, though. Did you see what I'm saying here? I've got Schumer and Johnson going back and forth. Government shutdown. He's to blame. You know, we care about America. And then we're cutting a check for $40 billion to Argentina. Right. Oh yeah, you guys really care about the American people. Yeah.
Keep on knocking them out.
You gotta listen to what Duffy is saying.
We're attacking hard-working Americans.
He's saying that these fools were claiming all this bullshit about, oh, the government shut down, we're losing money, we're losing money.
But here's a check, $40 billion for Argentina.
We're gonna lose money. And then they're giving $40 billion to Argentina while this shutdown is happening.
Thank you,
On this one.
Thank you. Yeah, very nice.
Let's go.
They don't even
Crush
talk,
it.
but what he's saying is that they're not
Schumer
talking
actually
about
doesn't
that,
wanna
though.
talk about
They don't
the
discuss
shutdown
that
as
part.
much today. He's not so into that. Look, what does Schumer want to talk about today?
The young Republican. Another sad chapter in how the Republican Party has devolved over the last few years. It's been 2 days since...
Yeah.
Back to the start. You
Well,
got
I will
this.
say this. It's actually the Democrat Party that has devolved in the last couple of years. Nobody's denying that. The Democrat Party is mostly viewed as an evil, corrupt, despicable political organization, a terrorist organization. But MAGA has devolved to basically just a swamp enterprise in the last 2 months. So, but that's not what he's saying. That's not what he's saying. But that's what's happening. MAGA is basically just a swamp enterprise now. So who knows what you're going to get at the end of it?
The
But
margin.
you're not getting what you voted for. And if you're
It's
claiming
go
you're getting
time.
what you voted for, then I'm wondering about you now. So he's here talking about that text thread. Oh, the young Republican text thread. It's like, yeah, you know, maybe when you're out with some friends or you're watching a ball game or you're out at a bar or something, and, you know, sometimes you say things that maybe you don't really mean. You're just having fun. You're making jokes, whatever, lightening the mood. It's like, yeah, you probably wouldn't say those things in public. You probably wouldn't say those things if there was a larger audience. But, you know, in a group of friends, whatever, you cut up, you talk trash. And then they publish it for the world and they say, see, look at how bad they are, see? But then the one Democrat that talks about actually killing people who's running for office, the Democrats don't say a damn word about him.
Damn it, bro. This shit. The little spot, the lip is so small.
Revealing thousands of private messages containing racist, sexist, and violent comments from prominent members of the Young Republicans organization. And yet, President Trump and the Republican leadership has remained silent. There's nothing but radio silence.
Bro, how am I not grabbing that?
Seem to claim they worry about combating politically violent rhetoric.
All right, that's enough of you for now. I'm just curious. So now the Democrats are using this, which of course, but
only the good guys.
Where is this establishment MAGA? Where's the big MAGA accounts going after Gavin Wax? They have no problem coming after me for telling the truth. I just tell the truth about what Trump said, and I get attacked all day long. Gavin Wax apparently gives over these thousands of texts to Politico to be used as a hit piece against Trump and Republicans, where is everybody taking an issue with him? Where's everybody putting him on the list? No, it's me for telling the truth. Gotcha. Why would he even do that?
Give it another try.
This is a tough one.
It's not really working anyway. So it's really an ineffective campaign.
There's two
But they'll
different
use it,
versions
just like
of this one. I don't know how
they
they
use
change it
this
up, but they do.
to have headlines that say Trump shut down the
One
government.
is not.
What
as
else was
difficult.
Schumer
This one
talking
is
about
way more
today?
difficult.
Oh, that's right.
This
He's
one's difficult because
promoting
we have
the
to
big
fucking flip at the end, which
Trump
is even crazier.
protest happening this
Each part of
Saturday.
these are not that easy.
One of the greatest,
Man,
greatest
flip,
things
bro.
about America.
Fuck,
Exercising
dude, I tell him
the
to
right
fucking do a
peaceful
flip and he
protest,
fucking stops
exercising the right
during
to
the
free
flip.
speech. This weekend's No Kings rallies will be an affirmation about what America is all about. We're a democracy in America. We have no
I had
kings,
to repeat
despite
that
the
because I
fact that
missed
Trump
it,
has
right?
even said he wants to become one.
Actually, we're a republic. And did Trump say he wanted to be a king? I don't know. I don't know if that was actually what he said, but all right.
And is acting in ways that are a threat to our democracy. In America,
I can't. Get him off. They're just all such phonies.
Start over.
And that's what I'm saying. It's like, hey, you can come after the Democrats all day long for being phonies, and that's fine. But it's like we've been doing that for 8 years. Everybody sees it now. Now the Republicans are being total phonies, and you won't say anything about it. Do you really think they're going to give you that dog treat? Do you really think they're going to pat you on the head? Do you really think they're going to give you that toy? It's called the Uniparty. And they both work against the American people's interests. And they both sell out to the same special interests and foreign interests. And that's why nothing ever gets done. And you're sitting here trapped in the spin cycle, and this is why we can never get out of it. And because you are too scared or ignorant to ever hold Republicans' feet to the fire, and you're too scared or ignorant to ever hold Trump's feet to the fire, nothing will ever change. You're the reason why the country doesn't get any better.
Bro, I tried pressing
over.
up right there. Oh my god, dude. I get fucking on a hella run and this fucking bitches out.
Oh, you're gonna hear it.
Oh my god, I'm getting... It does shit that I'm not trying to do, man.
But when will the arrests? When will the indictments? The RICO charges? When is all that going to happen? We were told months ago they were looking into it. Where are we at? We got John Bolton. Oh, yay, John Bolton! Who brought John Bolton in? Sheldon Adelson. You're going to say that? You're going to call that out? Why did he bring Bolton in? We hear all about, the No Kings protest. Argentina, it's $40 billion.
Let's
How do
give
you
it
feel
another
about
go.
that? Why is Trump bailing out Argentina's President Milei while firing thousands of workers in the U.S.? This is a far-left Democrat
I know I can.
propaganda
It's just gonna
website.
take a long time.
Democracy Now!
Motherfucker, bro.
I don't like Democracy Now! They've attacked me in the past. They publish all sorts of left-wing propaganda. But this is how far the right has fallen. This is how far MAGA has fallen, folks. Are you going to say that this is a lie? Are you going to say that this is left-wing propaganda? No, that happened. You're giving the left-wing victories left and right to publish about Trump. Trump $40 billion Argentina bailout plan
God damn.
draws sharp rebuke from MAGA allies. Yeah, all of MAGA should be outraged. I voted for this.
Man, I
Oh, you voted
cannot
for
get
$40
up
billion
there.
for
This is just so fucking annoying.
Argentina? I didn't know that.
I think I'm gonna put...
I didn't know that was part of the
something
policy.
here. Yeah, this is...
I didn't know that was the Trump platform. Why? Why? Is it because Milei is maybe the most sycophantic Israel supporter on the planet? Is that why? Are they looking to get cooperation
God dang it, man.
from Argentina when they seek regime change in Venezuela? Why? Why are we giving Argentina $40 billion? Do you want to ask that? or are you too scared? So Trump had a phone call with Putin today. He published this after the completion of the phone call. I just concluded my telephone conversation with President Vladimir Putin of Russia. It was a very productive one. President Putin congratulated me and the United States on the great accomplishment of peace in the Middle East. Not going so well. Something that he said had been dreamed of for centuries. I actually believe that the success in the Middle East will help in our negotiation in attaining an end to the war with Russia and Ukraine, which, if that's true, that's exactly why there will never be peace in the Middle East. President Putin thanked First Lady Melania for her involvement with the children, trying to get children back home. He was very appreciative and said that this will continue. We also spent a great deal of time talking about trade between Russia and the United States when the war with Ukraine is over. And at the conclusion of the call, we agreed that there will be a meeting of our high-level advisors next week. The United States' initial meetings will be led by Secretary of State Marco Rubio, together with various other people to be designated. A meeting location is to be determined. President Putin and I will then meet in an agreed-upon location, Budapest, Hungary, to see if we can bring this inglorious war between Russia and Ukraine to an end. President Zelensky and I will be meeting tomorrow in the Oval Office, where we will discuss my conversation with Putin and much more. I believe great progress is made with today's telephone conversation. Well, that's good. And I believe that. And I hope we can put this war to an end, but if not, I'd like to see us stop funding it and stop sending missiles and weapons into the region. That would be nice, too. But President Orban of Hungary seems very confident that he's going to be able to bring Putin and Trump to a table and get a deal.
Put another fucking thing right there, or what?
So that should be interesting. And then Trump says, if Hamas continues to kill people in Gaza, which was not the deal, we will have no choice but to go in and kill them. Thank you for your attention to this matter. Oh,
thank you. God. Oh, that was torture. What was that, like 30 minutes?
Don't like the
Are you writing in a...
That sound like easy doing well?
Challenges are not easy.
Does that sound like no troops on the ground? Does that sound like no military involvement for Israel? No, it's all three of those things, actually.
Actually.
It's not looking good, folks.
Not looking good, guys.
It's not looking good. Just couldn't do it, could we? We just couldn't do it. We just couldn't get out of these foreign entanglements. We just couldn't do it. Just couldn't decouple from the Middle East. Just couldn't stop being involved in the Ukraine-Russia war. Now we're going to go try regime change in Venezuela. We just can't help it, can we? We just can never do anything for the American people. We can just never put America first. It's everything but America. Israel, Ukraine, Venezuela. Anything but America.
This is a... If you're looking...
And now Trump is insinuating that the United States of America is about to go to war, about to be boots on the ground in Gaza. How does that one taste? You know what, I think I got some other...
Well, that was quick.
Geopolitical news I want to get to now instead.
It's just dead right here.
IDF strikes underground Hezbollah terrorist sites across Lebanon. So Israel is bombing Lebanon again. Mark Levin is calling for more war. He wants war against Muslims. He wants war against Islam. The day after the peace deal was signed, Mark Levin called for war. And now Laura Loomer is saying the same thing. So again, you know, this is not my thing. I'm not Jewish. I'm not Muslim. I have no family ties, no ancestral ties, nothing to the Middle East. Nothing. I have no dog in this fight. I want nothing to do with this fight. And I speak for the average American when I say this. We have no ties to this whatsoever. But what do you have now, folks?
This one.
Middle East politics now dominates American politics. You are now in Middle East politics. And so all these people that have ties to the Middle East, they have ancestral ties, they have religious ties, spiritual ties from both sides. They want us in their war now. They want you, the American Christian. They want you, the American conservative, to join in their hatred, to join in their centuries, millennia-old wars. And they'll do anything to convince you it's for your
Back
own
to
good.
start.
And they'll do
You got this.
anything to convince you to join their side. You have to appreciate the honesty. It's pretty clear. Laura Loomer and Mark Levin would love to see every Muslim on this planet dead. They would celebrate. And they're going to do anything to convince you, the American, that that's your fight. Not even a week. Not even a week after the peace deal. And Levin and Loomer and all these other people are coming out and saying, we have to eradicate Islam. We have to kill them all. There can be no peace.
Oh, bro, that was a
See why you never get peace? They're honest about it. Levin and Loomer are honest about it. They don't want peace. They want you to go kill their enemy. They admit it. There'll never be peace. So there you go.
I don't know how
Okay, this
Laura
time.
Loomer is 100% right, actually. There will never be peace with an ideology like this. And that's for both of you, by the way. That's for both of you. So, it's like, I don't even know. There's not many Muslims that are like this in America. I don't see them. I don't hear from them. You have these enclaves where Muslims move here and then try to dominate an area. And they take over the
How
schools
is that not
and they take over
working?
the political system. That's going on. I don't like that. I don't like that either. So it's like the Muslims come in and act locally and take over local things. And then the Jews come in, they act internationally. They take over your whole national government. And then you, the American, you're now in this clash of Jews and Muslims that you have nothing to do with.
Time for
that doesn't
another
benefit
I have an
you.
idea. Okay.
Has nothing to do with you. You don't have a dog in the fight, and now you're told you have to pick a side or you're not MAGA.
You're not MAGA, boy.
No, this is why America will never have peace. This is why America will never get America first, ever.
Ever.
Because
Understand?
these Middle East issues dominate our foreign policy, and we should have nothing to do with it. So where are... I'm dead serious. Again, I'm not Jewish. I'm not Muslim. I don't have any ties to that region of the world. Are there any Jews? Are there any Muslims that are trying to come together and say, hey, we're Americans. We don't want anything to do with this?
Give it
I'm
another
serious.
try.
I mean, I guess there are some. You got like a Dave Smith. You got a Myron Gaines. But they get pushed out. They get attacked by the establishment. They're told that they don't get to exist. They don't get to have a voice. Isn't that funny? Every Jew must be heard or you're an anti-Semite until it's Dave Smith. Until it's the Orthodox Jews in New York City, the Hasidic Jews in Israel that want nothing to do with this and don't like Netanyahu. Oh, you don't get to hear from them. Where are all the America First Jews? Where are all the America First Muslims coming out and saying, hey, we left the Middle East because we're sick of war. We came to America because we don't want to live in a land that has hate at its heart. We don't want to have these forever wars, these religious wars, these spiritual wars. We want to come to America and live
Start
in peace
over.
and prosperity. Let's stop this. Where are they?
What the fuck was that?
It's destroying our country. It's destroying our country.
This shit keeps on trying to push me into the fucking tip right there.
And they just can't give it up until they see their enemies dead. And you killing their enemy, and you dead as well. You dead right with them. And your country dead as well. They'll sacrifice, they will sacrifice the entire country for their cause, folks. Do you understand that now? Do you understand that? Both of them, Muslims, Jews that are still involved in this crap, both of them will sacrifice the entire country for their cause. Because that's all they care about. It's never been more obvious. Several injured in fresh Israeli drone strike in southern Lebanon. The war continues. Gaza, Hamas is killing people in Gaza. The whole thing is already falling apart. And I'm sure you've seen a lot of this. And this is all Israel propaganda. That's all it is. Oh, the Christians that are being slaughtered in Nigeria. All right. Oh, why don't you talk about the Christians slaughtered in Nigeria? I'm not the one that is obsessed with foreign entanglements. I'm not the one that is obsessed with
Let's
foreign
give it
issues.
another
That's
go.
you. You're the one that's constantly talking about foreign entanglements and foreign wars. You like that stuff, not me. But then they aim it at you and they say, see, Christians, you need to get involved and hate Muslims too. See, Christians, you need to fight the Muslims and kill the Muslims for us too. See, Christians, see? Okay. I'll tell you what. Since all you Israel firsters, since all you Israel
Oh, there it is
loyalists
right there. Okay.
want America to fight your war against Islam, Mark
Okay,
Levin,
okay.
Laura
I
Loomer,
was
all the
looking
same
for-
people. Since
I was
you
doing a
can't
no
wait
flip.
until America goes to war with Islam and wipes it off the planet, since
Sometimes
that's
I'll
what you
do
want
some
so
stupid shit too,
bad,
and I'll not be doing it.
why don't you send the IDF to Nigeria? Oh,
It's
why
right
doesn't the
trigger
IDF
X.
go to Nigeria to protect the Christians? Why don't Mark Levin and Laura Loomer and the rest of them
That's
suggest
some real
that IDF
shit,
soldiers
too.
go protect the Christians in Nigeria?
What he just said right
Standing
there.
on business, may apply
What
here.
he just said right there is a big ass
You want
point.
Americans
They use
to
America.
protect your
Yep,
interests.
America
You
protects
want
the whole
Americans
fucking world.
to
But the
sacrifice
Israel,
our
all the money
treasure
that we've given to
and
Israel's
our
army
blood
and military,
and
they
our
won't. They
heritage
won't go out there and do any humanitarian work.
and our morals.
But they'll
You
use
want us to
they'll use our
sacrifice
resources.
everything to
Like,
go after
all of our
your
resources will
enemies
be used
that
to
are
do
attacking
whatever the
your
fuck they
people.
want. But they will
And
never
then you
use
say,
their resources
Christians
to
are being attacked
help.
in Nigeria. See?
And the funny
You
thing
need
is,
to
like,
help us kill
when it comes to
Muslims.
religion,
Well, I'll tell you what. Why don't you send the
they
IDF
don't
to
like
Nigeria?
they don't like Christians.
Come on.
And
Come
the
on.
U.S. is a largely Christian nation,
Let's
so
see Israel pour
it's
money
funny,
into
like,
Nigerian politics to
that's
protect
why
the
there's so
Christians.
much hostility,
Let's see the
because
Edelsons pour
there's been a
money
lot of
into Nigeria.
videos
Let's
showing
see-
up
let's see all
of
these-
like Israel
all these Zionists.
people and
Let's
how
see
they
them
act,
go to
you know, like,
Nigeria. Let's
and
see
they're
them boots
largely
on the
like,
ground
you know,
in
F
Nigeria,
the
protecting
U.S.
the
and
Christians. No,
F
not a
Christians.
single
Like, if
one
you
of
go
will
out
do
there
it. Not a
because
single one of
you're
you would
like
ever dare
Christian
do
or
that.
Catholic and you want to like try to visit
Because
the,
it's all
the
propaganda.
homeland
Someone
or
should
the
call a
birthplace
doctor.
of Jesus and all
You've
that,
got a bad
like
case
they'll
of
be there
trichinitis.
spitting on you. They'll treat
Actually,
you like shit.
you've got a good case
There
of
was a
it.
lady
Come
that
on,
went
go
out
to
there and she
Nigeria.
was
Protect the
a,
Christians.
I think she was
Send
like
in
an
the
Oriental
IDF.
Asian Christian,
Come on, spend
and she
all
was
the
trying to
money
do
in
like
Nigerian
humanitarian work
politics to
there and
protect
like,
the Christians
you know,
right
get
where your allies
involved
you
and
care about
like,
us so
you know,
much.
I
want
don't
us to
know,
go die in your
just be
wars.
part of it. And
Come on.
and they treat her
Belly
like
up.
so much shit
Song
that
transference
she
successful.
fucking got crazy.
You're all
Like,
phonies.
oh, I don't have
Wooden
those
pallets are
stickers,
great
so this
makeshift
is-
Anna Paulina
obstacles.
Luna put out this statement today. Resonated with a lot of people.
Fuck, I want 2000.
My criticism of the Ukraine war is not with the Ukrainian
The
people,
wheels
but
on the
with
bus
Zelensky directly.
teleport you here.
He was pressured by the British government into not taking a peace deal over 2 years ago. Leaders face pressure all the time, but a good one understands that their only job should be fighting for their people. Yeah, I wish our leaders understood that. Not foreign governments or interests. The war hawks in NATO and neocons here in the United States would love to continue the slaughter of both nations' youth. I partially blame the UK for not even allowing peace talks to take place.
My advice?
This
It is.
war must end. I'm assuming that's what she meant to type there. An attempt to shoot our way out of this will only lead to an irreversible escalation. Dear world, let's resort to what we all learned in kindergarten, solving problems with our words. Let me step aside for a second.
Go again.
Most people agree with Anna Paulina Luna, the sentiment expressed here. But let's just step aside. Let's get grounded again here. Lower the temperature. Why is it that we can't accomplish peace? Why is it so hard? Seems like everybody wants it. Seems like the vast majority of humans on planet Earth want peace. Like 99% of the humans on Earth want peace. They don't want war. They don't want war with a foreign country. They don't want it. Not interested. Like 99.9% of the population on planet Earth is not interested.
You're on a mission.
Why can't we get peace? Why can't America? Can we have a single year? Could we have a decade where the United States of America is not involved in foreign wars? Is it so hard to ask? Why is that so hard to accomplish? Why can't America just be free from foreign entanglements Just for a decade. Can we just try it for a decade, maybe? Can we just try it? Wouldn't that be nice? Like, let's just try it. Let's just say, you know what? We've tried the whole
Feel like a
never-ending
good-
war thing, and it's not really helping America,
And
people are sick
go.
of it. We're in all this debt. Let's just try it. Just a 10-year pause. We're doing no more foreign wars, no more foreign entanglements, no more foreign aid. We're internalizing all of it. We're going to take care of America for the first time in 100 years. Let's give it a try. Let's just give it a try. Can we just give it a try for 10 years? Why can't we? Why can't the people of this country live in peace? Why can't the United States of America, as a sovereign nation, put its own interest first?
Quick
Why can't the
restart.
United States of America, as a sovereign nation, not be involved in foreign wars and foreign entanglements for our entire life as an American citizen? Why is it? Why can't we get peace? What is holding the world back from accomplishing peace? Is it really that complicated in the 21st century? And I understand where President Trump is coming from. I don't like it. It's not what I voted for. But I do understand where he's coming from. I can't imagine what goes on in your head when you're nearly killed. But, you know, he talks about getting into heaven. He is an older man. He's in good health, but he is an older man. He's obviously seen things probably in the last 8 years that he'd never seen before. So it affects a man. And who doesn't want world peace? Who doesn't want world peace? And you know, Trump is a narcissist. And maybe there's part of him that puts Trump first ahead of America. Maybe. I don't know. Could be. Doesn't mean it's all bad. So maybe Trump does want world peace, and maybe Trump is working towards world peace, and maybe he thinks that might get him into heaven. Or maybe that's what he wants his legacy to be. I believe he's putting a good faith effort to accomplishing peace.
Now, I don't know how true
Dealing
this
with
is,
all the factors, all the factions, all the different things, polling him.
When Trump saying that he's not
So I
Christian,
get that.
or I don't think he's Christian or
I can't be
Catholic.
mad
And his daughter
at
is
President
actually
Trump for trying to accomplish world
his
peace. I can't
daughter,
be mad at that. I got to support that.
converted from Christianity to
But it just seems to be impossible.
So,
And it seems like no matter how hard he tries, no matter the effort,
because
the lengths that he
it's
goes
I think
to
it's a
bring these people together
misunderstanding
and to
that
sit
he's
down and
Christian.
accomplish peace and stop all the killing, it
Because
just
he
seems
does
like it's impossible.
sound like he's Christian at one
And
point,
look,
and I think
we're
that's
not
because
even a
he's
week
catering
into the
to
peace deal
cults. But like
in Gaza, and it's already completely fallen apart. The killing has already started again. The bombing, the killing, the accusing, the hatred. It didn't even last 24 hours.
24 hours.
Why? Why is it so hard? Why?
I don't know, bro.
Why can't planet Earth,
San Van Transpo rules.
with all the technology, all the resources, everything, why can't we have peace?
Tie goes to the skater. That was their fault.
Who's stopping us from having peace? Who wants these
deal-
wars to continue? Why?
That's your cue.
It's very sad. But it's like, if we're not going to be able to do it, then it's time to just stop. It's time to stop. It's time to take care of America. It's time to finally put America first. It's time to give it a try.
Back to the start. You got
I don't
this.
think we've ever even tried it. Have we ever even tried it? For your life on planet Earth, has America ever been in peacetime? For your entire life, as an American citizen,
Okay, Owen, it hasn't.
has there ever been a day where America wasn't involved in a foreign war? Has there ever been a day when America wasn't involved in a foreign entanglement? Has there ever been a day that's passed where America wasn't shelling out hundreds of millions or billions of dollars in foreign aid? Has there ever been a day in your life
Hundreds, millions, billions of foreign aid.
where that's the
I
case?
would like some of that fucking money, man.
No. No. Do you think maybe we could give it a try?
Oh, that's bullshit.
Okay.
Do you think maybe we
time.
could finally get a president? Do you think maybe we could finally get world leaders that are actually interested in stopping the wars? Or is there something else going on here? Is there an individual stopping it? Is there a group of people stopping it? Is it part of a global population control agenda? Why? Why are we always at war? Why is America always funding wars? Can we just try it for maybe one day? Can we try it for one day? Could we try America first, or maybe better yet, could we try America only for one day? Just once? Just a week, a month, a year, a decade? Can we just try it?
Time for another go.
Is that too much to ask?
Yeah.
Can we try America first? Can we try America only for a single day? None of us have ever seen it. None of us have ever had a single day in our lives where America wasn't involved in a foreign entanglement, a foreign conflict, a foreign war, and shelling out foreign aid. Not anybody listening to this, not a day on this planet have you ever experienced that. Not once. I think it's fair to assume that's not going to happen with President Trump. Who's going to be that guy? Who's going to be that president? Who's going to be that world leader? If these people wanted peace, we would have peace. They don't want peace. They don't. They want war. And they get what they want. It's very sad. It's very sad. Here's Trump talking about the status of things in the Gaza peace deal with the death numbers. Now, he says something here that should be very alarming. It was very alarming when I heard it. Here's President Trump. I believe this was yesterday, talking about the death numbers.
Absolutely. So we have the living hostages all back. They returned some more today. It's a gruesome process. I almost hate to talk about it. But they're digging. They're actually digging. There are areas where
Way to bring the thunder down under.
Bodies. Then they have to separate the bodies. You wouldn't believe this. And some of those bodies have been in there a long time. And some of them are under rubble. They have to remove rubble. But there are graves. And some are in tunnels that died in tunnels that are way down under the earth. And the tunnels are like 3 feet. Can you believe it? 3 feet high. They lived like this for a long period of time. It's a horrible atrocity. At the same time, we, meaning Israel, knew everything they were doing pretty much. We knew most of the things they were doing, but they've killed probably 70,000 of these people, Hamas. And I said, it's time now.
So remember they told you that 70,000 number was fake? Well, Trump just confirmed it. So all of you foreign agents on X that said that those were fake numbers from the Gaza Ministry of Health, are you gonna admit those numbers are real now? As Trump said it, you're gonna admit it was real now? Those are fake. It's not that bad. That's not how many people were killed. It's all made up. Well, Trump just said it. Is it still fake, or what are you gonna say now? But that's not even the most concerning thing he says.
So we'll see what happens. We'll also see what happens. The next question is going to be the weapons. We want the weapons to be given up, sacrificed, and they've agreed to do it. Now they have to do it.
Now look, I'm not going to sit here and stand up for Hamas. Certainly not doing that. But remember, if it can't be applied universally, it's not logic, it's propaganda. So if Israel just came in and killed 70,000 people and flattened and destroyed and obliterated your entire civilization, do you think they want to turn their guns in? Hey, American, Would you like to turn your gun in, U.S. government? We need you to turn your firearms in. Oh, no. Of course not. We stand on principle. We stand on the right to self-defense. We stand on the Second Amendment. You have a human right to self-defense. You turn your guns into the government, that's tyranny. Does that same logic apply in the Middle East? Does that same logic apply to the people that just had 70,000 killed by Israel?
Where's this
Does
going?
that same logic apply? Or should they turn their guns in? How do you think that's going to go? You think they feel confident that if they turn their guns in, that Israel's not going to come right in and kill more people? How do you think they feel about that? Do you really think they like that idea? Do you believe in the right to self-defense? If you turn over your guns to the government, what happens next? But, no. We
Your
can tell them
scaling
to do
skills
that.
are
We can tell
noteworthy.
Israel's enemies they have to disarm.
What are these fucking guys doing?
You know what comes next, don't you? You know what comes next, don't you, American? Yeah, you're going to be asked to disarm. So, hey, I'm not standing up for Hamas. I don't like Hamas. I have nothing to do with Hamas.
Push locked in. Verified.
But if you think for 1 second that the same people that run this administration, they're going to demand that Hamas turn its guns in, if you think for 1 second they're not going to make that same demand of you when the time comes, you're fooling yourself. You're fooling yourself.
Wait, where's the one that definitely picked?
The exact same people that are demanding Hamas turn over its guns will eventually ask you to do the exact same thing. So just remember that.
Don't let the...
No.
And if logic can't be applied universally, it's propaganda.
I started it solo, but
So just remember that.
And if they don't do it, we'll do it.
If they don't do it, we'll do it.
Oh, this fucking
So that's
sucks.
two
I'm glitched
statements
out
in the
now.
last 24 hours of President
I
Trump
can't press start
insinuating
or do anything.
that the United States is going to get directly involved in the war in Gaza.
The only way to exit this is to exit the game.
Is that MAGA? Is that what you voted for?
You know what? Fucking
Is that America first?
I don't know.
It's also disgusting. And then this happened. At Harrisburg, Pennsylvania airport, some group hacked into the PA system. And this happened.
Fuck Netanyahu and Trump. Turkish hacker Cyber Islam was here. Telegram-channel Cyber Islam. Free, free Palestine. Free, free Palestine. Free, free Palestine. Hacked by Mutarif Long, live free Palestine. Hacked by Mutarif. Hacked by Cyber Islam. Fuck Netanyahu and Trump. Turkish hacker Cyber Islam was here. Telegram-channel Cyber Islam. Hacked by Mutarif Long, live free Palestine. Hacked by Mutarif. Hacked by Cyber Islam. Fuck Netanyahu and Trump. Turkish
They hacked the
hacker
airport,
Cyber Islam
and they
was
played
here.
this over the fucking
Telegram-channel
loudspeaker.
Cyber Islam. Hacked by Mutarif Long, live free Palestine. Hacked by Mutarif. Hacked by Cyber Islam.
Now, I wouldn't be surprised if that was a false flag. I wouldn't be surprised if the group that it claims in the audio is doing it too. I don't know. It could be a false flag. It could be the group claiming it. It shouldn't make a difference to you as an American. You know why?
Why?
Because this is Middle East
We got
politics.
grip.
This is Middle East hatred. And this is Middle East war, dragging you into it.
Exactly. That's what's important.
This country,
to understand.
yet again, is now fully invested in another war in the Middle East. This country, our country, the United States of America, yet again, is completely engulfed in the hatred that engulfs the Middle East.
None of our business.
And I already know what's going to happen today. It's already happening on X. I already see the attacks. The people making fun of me because I'm upset about all of this. You're going to be where I'm at within 2 years. You just don't realize it yet. You're still in the honeymoon phase. You're still high off the political smoke that you're inhaling. You still think you're winning. You still think you got it figured out. So you can make fun of me, attack me.
Attack me. Make fun of me.
But eventually you're going to figure out most people think like me. Most people talk like me. They're not as comfortable to say it publicly, do it publicly.
Publicly?
But believe me, you're the minority in the room.
Publicly?
You are. And there are people much bigger than me. With much more influence, larger following, filthy rich.
Filthy.
And they tell me. They're going to go public soon, too. They're going to speak like me soon, too. They're not comfortable yet, but they will be. And all you people think it's funny, you know, call me names and everything else. You'll be where I'm at soon. You will. But you're usually years late to the party. Just like with supporting Trump. You weren't there in 2015, 2016 when I was. You made fun of us for supporting Trump. You were never Trumpers. You said he could never win. You attacked him. All the other stuff. Just like you're doing to us now. But look at you. Now you're where we were at 10 years ago. Now you sound like us from 10 years ago. So we're just so far ahead of you.
You know, a lot of people skate the canal for the water gap.
Politically,
But the real untapped potential is in the wall. Lots of vertical play states on offer. Try getting on, then off the wall.
Whether you like it or not. In a few short years. And I say whether you like it or not because most of you are just cowards. And so when you see that the populist opinion is like mine, then you'll just go with that because you just want to be comfortable.
Skipping the session marker? Nice fitness play.
So you might not like it, but you're going to do it because you do what's comfortable. You do what you think is popular.
Want a little hardcore plaza trivia? The first ever shop demo was held here many years ago. They brought in cars to jump over and everything. Real old school, mall parking lot kind of vibe.
No, I don't apologize. I don't apologize for being America only. I don't apologize for actually maintaining the same values.
Are you getting paid by the push?
In 2015, in 2016, in 2020, and 2024. No, I don't apologize for being anti-war and actually meaning it. No, I don't apologize for being America first and actually meaning it. No, I don't apologize for holding the politicians that we voted for, that we put in office to do the job that we elected them to do. No, I don't apologize for that. No. And you're not going to intimidate me. You're not going to bully me. It's not going to happen. Oh, but I know. I already know how this is going to go. Because I've been here before. So I already know what's going to happen. We are the ones that are honest. We are the ones that are consistent. We are.
Not you, but we are.
And we're not going anywhere.
We're not going anywhere.
And we're only getting bigger.
We're only getting bigger.
And the more you try to deny that this is the reality, and the more you try to destroy the personalities and the voices like mine, the faster this phenomenon is going to catch up to you.
First pour was led by OG Dak Joe Bonsky.
Go ahead.
A legendary scene builder and concrete formula master. Joe spread the word on the San Van scene with his self-published theme, Bonsky Beat.
Go ahead.
Joe always prided himself on being just a small-town boy.
Do it more publicly.
He's blocking like both.
It only speeds up this process. It only gets it to where I want it to be faster.
I'm going to let you in on a secret. When no one's around, Shingo comes here. He keeps it on the down low, though. It's his style.
You will be when the war gets worse. You will be when the economy gets worse. You will be when we're sitting here in 4 years.
When the war gets
and there's
worse.
no deep state arrests. They can steal elections, launch a pandemic, force a vaccine, get you into war after war, foreign aid after foreign aid, foreign funding after foreign funding.
Oh, bullshit, dude.
And what's my downside? That I'm wrong? Great. That sounds awesome. I hope I'm wrong. I hope we stop all the foreign aid. I hope we stop all the foreign entanglements. I hope we fix the economy. So if my downside is being wrong, and then everything that I want to happen happens, well, I guess that's pretty good, isn't it?
I don't know how is it with that.
But until that happens, I guess I'm not wrong. But it's all just slop. It's all just political slop. Like this. Total political slop from Caroline Leavitt. She was so great, but she's in the Jen Psaki phase of it now, and I don't think Leavitt's going to go anywhere. Because Trump is not Biden. So I don't think Caroline Leavitt is going anywhere anytime soon. But she's basically in the Jen Psaki phase now, where now the role of the press secretary and having to sell propaganda and lie to the American people comes with the job. So she's kind of in the Psaki phase now. Obviously nowhere near as bad as Biden. It's like Leavitt only has to kind of lie and propagandize like 5, 10% of the time. Psaki was like 90% of the time, so she got out. But Leavitt is now in the phase. Leavitt is now in the phase of part of my job is to lie and to propagandize the American people. So this is the type of slop that Caroline Leavitt now says on cable news.
That the Democrat Party's main constituency are made up of Hamas terrorists, illegal aliens, and violent criminals. That is who the Democrat Party is catering to, not the Trump administration, and not the White House, and not the Republican Party, who is standing up for law-abiding Americans, not just across the country, but around the world, and not...
Everyone I disagree with is Hamas. Everyone I disagree with is a criminal. Oh, it's just pure slop, man. It's just pure, unadulterated slop. Shitbags.
Yeah, well,
Slappy always says, Van Van's canal sure beats the root canal. I'm unaware of his meaning.
There you have it. All right, let's hit some of these other headlines before we close out the hour. And I do still want to take calls, so let me try to speed through this. ICE arrests illegal alien serving as local police officer in suburban Chicago.
Oh,
Hanover Park Police Department authorized illegal alien to carry a firearm in violation of federal law.
We can do this.
Yeah, well, you're about to find out there are probably dozens, if not hundreds of these. Chicago, Seattle, Portland.
Oh, I've never done that.
I guarantee you, because they launched an initiative when Biden was president. These Democrat cities launched an initiative to hire illegal aliens to be police officers. So, of course, the Democrats came out and said, we're hiring illegal aliens to be police officers. And then they did it. And now you're going to find it out. This won't be the last one. This won't be the last one. Rajul Bajovic. Rajul Bajovic. I bet he was probably a good police officer. Overstayed a visa from 2015. Is he Russian? Is that why they got him? Is it because he's Russian? Russian or Ukrainian? Maybe Georgian? Belarusian? This is discrimination. This is discrimination against Russians. You really think Bajovic is the only illegal alien serving as a police officer when they made an initiation factor of that?
I'm trying to do this
a couple years ago
right here, man. I don't think I can even.
Dallas police chief says he turned down $25 million deal with ICE. So the Trump administration is trying to incentivize these local jurisdictions to help them with deportations and arresting.
Van Van health guidelines do suggest 100 pushes
so
daily.
You think it'd be a no-brainer? Like, why wouldn't? So it's not only like, hey, this is your job, it's basic law enforcement. The Trump administration is like, hey, we'll give you $25 million. We will incentivize you to help us in this rounding up of violent illegal alien criminals. And they still say no.
Possession is 9/10 of ownership.
That is insane.
Possess
Listen
it.
to what Police Chief Daniel Como said. Listen to what he said during this press conference.
We as DVD are not doing any immigration enforcement.
We are not doing any immigration enforcement. What? So if an illegal alien walks down the street and stabs somebody, you're going to let him go? What are you saying? That's insane. It's like arrest this guy.
We don't have the authority to do that. No.
You don't have the authority to arrest criminals?
Shall I start counting steps?
Since when?
Nor have we done that, nor will we do that.
This is insane.
Insane.
They should be thanking President Trump.
Thank you,
First of all,
President
that's
Trump.
your job. Law enforcement is literally your job. And Trump is giving you a $25 million bonus to help in an illegal alien, violent criminal illegal alien deportation operation. And you say it's not your job? Law enforcement is not your job as the police chief. You ought to be fired. No, you ought to be criminally investigated. That is outrageous. I can't believe they put up with this in Dallas. But see, Trump's got to be on the phone with 30 different foreign leaders negotiating peace and dealing with all the other foreign interests that are involved. So we can't actually handle this. So Trump just says, $25 million, please help us. And that's it. And then he's got to get back on the phone with all the foreign interest people.
Damn it.
It's unbelievable. DOJ brings first Antifa-related terrorism charges in Texas ICE attack. Let's see if this is the beginning of a trend. FBI Director Kash Patel calls January 4th incident planned and coordinated terrorist attack. So they're going after the individuals. They're definitely going after a few of these individuals. It's nowhere near enough, but they are going after some of these individuals. But when do the RICO investigations and charges begin? When do we actually go after the organizers and the funders so that we can put an end to this? No, the criminals keep getting released onto the streets, don't they? Orange County Trail attempted rape suspect out on bond with history of arrests. So this is a known criminal agitator in the area, attempts to rape a woman, and he's released. He's back out on the streets. Nuri Quinn is not happy to learn that the man who she says attacked her has been arrested again. So they just you know, these Democrats, they just release violent criminals back on the streets. It's unacceptable. We should have zero tolerance of this. This should be one of the top priorities for our country right now. But it's not.
But the pants
And
are
we all
so
know why.
rare.
Here's another one.
They're high
A man
tier,
arrested in
so
Charlotte,
everyone
North
can put them
Carolina
on.
for possessing a weapon of mass destruction. Released the next day. Then gets arrested again for assault with a deadly weapon. This is what we should be addressing. Not issues in Ukraine, not issues in Israel, not issues in Venezuela. These are issues in our country. Violent criminals, derelict police officers, treasonous judges. And oh, I know. You'll have the people they'll come out and they'll say, that's not Trump's jurisdiction. That's not the jurisdiction of the federal government. That's not what Trump is doing. That's not it. Oh, okay. But you're okay with all the foreign wars and all the foreign aid and all the foreign funding and the foreign entanglements because that's what we're about. You're right. Cleaning up America's streets, dealing with America's violent crime epidemic, all of that's not that's not in the president's interest. That's not in the president's purview. That's not an issue That's not an issue that America deals with. We have to let that happen just because you just have to let that happen. That's just how it works. But you can do whatever the hell you want in the Middle East. You can do whatever the hell you want in Ukraine. You can do whatever the hell you want in Venezuela. That's fine. That's normal. That is in our interest. See, this is how the American people have been propagandized. They actually believe this crap. This is the Stockholm syndrome of the American people. This is the mass psychosis. This is the mass brainwashing of the American people. They really believe that. They really believe that there's nothing the President of the United States can do to address this issue of violent crime in our streets and violent criminals getting released after getting arrested. There's nothing the president can do about that. But he can do regime change in Venezuela. He can do regime change in Iran. He can do regime change in Russia. He can do all these different wars. That's what the president is here to do. Not deal with American issues. They actually believe that. Palisades fire suspect indicted. Faces up to 45 years in prison due to additional charges. And not a single news outlet has retracted their claim that the fire was caused by climate change. Not one. Study shows U.S. shoplifting incidents up 93% between 2019 and 2023. But that's not the president's job, guys. Don't you know? That's not there's nothing the president can do. There's nothing we can do about that. It just has to happen. Okay? You just have to accept that. We got to deal with Venezuela. We got to deal with all these different foreign countries. That's what we're supposed to be doing as Americans. We can't do anything about our own country. We can't help our own country. We have to help everybody else but ourselves.
Time to rip with your new grip.
Man, these guys suck on this second team.
This is what they sell you.
This party.
This is what they have convinced Americans is the reality
Spectate
of our
is
situation.
a recommended source of Daily Stoke.
It's incredible, but it's true. That's what they've done. So, you know what we do? We just counter propaganda. That's what we do.
I want to leave.
We are here to counter propaganda. No matter where it comes from, no matter who it comes from, no matter what side, what angle.
Breaking those new shoes in.
We are here to counter propaganda. And we'll never stop.
I like the way the board came out. Instead of putting a graphic, usually I put a graphic on the grip tape because I like it, but I decided to
You
maybe
certainly are committed to the push.
Close out
grip tape
the second hour,
and
we are
then
going to
use
take
the
the
decorations of the grip tape.
I got a couple
as decorations.
I got a couple other stories
I like the way
we
it
are
kinda
going to get to.
These guys love this fucking spot, man.
A couple other stories we're going to get to here. Folks, got to let you know about our sponsor, My Patriot Supply, mypatriotsupply.com/Owen. And look, it's a very unfortunate thing here in Austin. The weather is starting to cool down. I don't like it, but it's true. The 90-degree days are slowly going away, and soon it'll be December, and it'll start being cold and wet again.
You were
Hopefully,
a survivor
we won't have
of
a giant
mass
freeze out like we
teleportation.
had in the past. But if you're in an area where winter freezes happen constantly, that icy rain knocks out the power, you could be without power for weeks. You could be without food. What are you doing to address this for you and your family? This could be happening. Right around the corner, this could be happening. So, power goes out. Do you have food to feed your family? Do you have a source of heat to cook food, to heat your home? If the answer to those questions is no, then now's the time to go to mypatriotsupply.com/Owen and take advantage of the Winter Prep 3-month emergency food kit with $400 in free gifts. Now, not only did they put together this fantastic 3-month emergency winter prep special, it's already at a deep discount. But they've included a bunch of other gifts in there. And the best thing, this is something you want for your house no matter what. This is something that's probably worth the value it's just on its own. And that is the Vesta off-grid space heater from our friends at My Patriot Supply. It's a space heater that doesn't
someone should
use
call a
electricity.
doctor. You've got a
It
bad
runs
case
on
of trichinitis.
heat, which is
Actually,
an
you've got a good
indoor
case of it.
safe fuel. So, with a Vesta stashed in your closet, you know you can keep warm no matter what. And it doubles as a stove to boil water or cook food, which may come in handy, might even be necessary. Because you think about if you've ever actually been in a situation where you've had to go into your emergency food supply, some things happen and you don't think about it. You think, oh, I've got the emergency food supply, I'm good to go. But then it happens and you're like, wait a second, do I have an emergency water supply? Do I have an emergency heat supply? Do I have an emergency setup that I can cook food and boil water if I have to?
Is a palindrome.
So again, if the answer to these questions is no, folks, mypatriotsupply.com/Owen. This is about as good as you're going to do. When it comes to the emergency food kits, folks, this is as good as you're going to get right here. The Winter Prep Special 3-month emergency food kit with $400 in free gifts, including that electricity-free space heater.
I swear to God.
Thousands of 5-star reviews. Thousands of 5-star reviews. Nothing but 5-star reviews when it comes to My Patriot Food Supply. And I'm not even talking about the high quality of the food. The highest quality emergency food. But My Patriot Supply is already known for that. So they just want you to know about this Winter Prep Special. It's a must-have for winter emergency preparedness. It's insurance you can eat. And you know what? You hope you don't need it. But you certainly don't want to need it and not have it. And that could be the situation you're in. You insure everything else in your life. You insure your car, your home, your life. Do you insure food supply? Do you insure your family being able to eat in an emergency? Go to mypatriotsupply.com/Owen. That insurance today. All right. Second hour in the books. We'll come back, open phone lines, and get to the rest of the news coming up.
You're listening to the Owen Report on the Win Network.
Extra-dimensional and multi-universal. Here's your host, Owen Schroyer.
That's an interesting approach to self-expression.
Predicted. The attacks are incoming because I'm not a cheerleader for Trump, and I'm not a hopium seller here. I'm a realist. I'm an American patriot, which these days is not so popular on the right wing. You need to be a Zionist zealot. You need to be a foreign agent. But being an American patriot and a truth teller is really not popular on the right wing anymore.
I only see me here.
Really hit home yesterday. So I knew after my rant today that the attacks would be incoming. So, you know, I'm now woke right. But look at this.
If you walk the line, you'll avoid a nasty ring of fire, according to the man in black.
They have all these accounts. They're calling me woke right.
Hardcore is the heart of the hedge. All the open space and lines for days make it a natural gathering spot.
So this is I'm woke right because I'm a populist conservative who skewers elite narratives, including neoconservative foreign policy, without embracing leftist identity obsessions. That's woke right?
Push locked in. Verified.
The woke right refers to conservatives who apply heightened awareness to elite power structures. I thought this was MAGA. I thought this is what America First MAGA was about. Now this is woke right. Isn't that amazing? I mean, folks, they've co-opted this entire, your entire...
That was clearly their fault.
Co-op. The entire thing. It's, you know, I don't take anything personally in politics. It's war at the end of the day. But it is funny to sit here and watch it. And the real OG MAGA, the original gangster MAGA, and the MAGA that has actually suffered, actually bled out and suffered in the battlefield. We've been tossed overboard, we've been kicked out, and we're getting attacked now by the people that won't even. And that's what's so funny. And look, I'm not, you know, Trump. We're still in the first quarter of the Trump administration, so things can change. Things can change quickly. But I wonder. Here's what I want. When is President Trump going to figure out that the people he's pleasing right now, the people that he's pleasing right now, and I'm talking about, let's talk about the base. I'm not talking about the people that get access and the donors and all of that. I'm talking about the base, the people. All the people that Trump is pleasing right now, not a damn one of them will ever sacrifice anything in their life for the greater good or for the cause. None of them. None of them will be disrupting Trump impeachment hearings. None of them will be confronting the leftist protesters. Well, they might now that we've already created that whole genre. None of them will protest outside of courtrooms. None of them will protest when they steal elections. None of them. None of them would bust a grape in a food fight. So I'm just, you know, for President Trump's sake, President Trump, when you have to go through the ringer again, and maybe you think you're beyond that now, and that might be true. But President Trump, if you have to go through the ringer again and deal with the deep state or another impeachment and everything else that you've gone through, none of these people will have your back. None of these people will fight for you. None of them. None of them, President Trump. None of them fought for you on January 6th. None of them fought for you after they stole the election in 2020. None of them fought for you when they were fake impeaching you. None of them fought for you when they tried to tear you down with fake Russian collusion. None of them fought for you in the streets when they were trying to stop you from winning the Republican primary. None of them did, President Trump. And the minute things get hairy again, and the minute things get difficult again, all of them will disappear, President Trump. All of them.
They don't give a shit.
All of them will disappear.
I promise.
You won't be able to find them.
Trust me.
They'll be off radar.
You won't understand.
And I don't know where the original gangster MAGA people will be at. I don't know if they'll be willing to fight again. Well, I should say I know they'll be willing to fight. But after being tossed overboard by this administration and this movement now, I don't know. I don't know if they'll be willing to fight for you. Probably will, though. They probably will, because they're principled people and they care about this country. So they probably would, despite everything, step into that fray for you yet again. And maybe that needs to happen, you know?
Time to renovate.
I don't want it to happen, but maybe that needs to happen. Maybe we need to have some event again, like the fake impeachment, or a fake pandemic, whatever, a stolen election. Maybe we need something like that again, so we can once again separate the cream. So we can once again separate the real freedom fighters from the phonies. So we can separate the Sunshine Patriots from the Winter Warriors. Because I'm telling you right now, President Trump, all these cheerleaders, they will disappear. They will disappear the moment they think it's going to hurt them personally. They will be gone. You'll never see or hear from them again. And maybe that'll be our time to step back up. Should that day come. Maybe. By the way, remember I told you, Cuomo, I'm anticipating I'm anticipating Cuomo is going to go
Grant
all in
yourself
for
a rebate.
Israel tonight. I think that's going to be his pitch to the people of New York, and I guess he thinks that maybe he can win the Jewish vote there. So it might be a good strategy. I don't know. I think it's already over. I got Mamdani winning. I bet on Mamdani winning when everybody was shocked when he got through the first phase. So I understood this. I don't support Mamdani. Never supported him. Don't support his policies. I just told you he was going to win because the things he's saying resonate with the people more so than any Republican. And that's just a fact. But then this happened. Cuomo pictured with one of Israel's top digital influencers, Emily Austin. She's a Republican. She's a conservative. She's supporting Cuomo, not Sliwa.
Yeah, that needed
not the Republican in the race, not the guy who's out in the streets literally trying to stop crime from happening, Curtis Sliwa. She's not supporting him. She's supporting Cuomo because he's going to get up there and he's going to wave the Israeli flag. Aren't you so loyal? Aren't these Israel influencers? Aren't these
Are you getting paid by the
personalities so loyal? No, they're about as real as their blonde hair. They're about as real as their blonde hair. So there's your big Trump-supporting Israel digital influencer pushing for Cuomo, the New York mayor that shut down the state and put the elderly into nursing homes that became a virus-spreading death hole. But as long as he waves that Israeli flag, the Israeli digital influence army will support, even if it's a Democrat. Nice. There's your MAGA right there.
Planning
There's
your
your new
next
MAGA right there. Willing to sell it all down the drain and support Cuomo and support a Democrat as long as he's pro-Israel. And there it is. And there it is. The real loyalty revealed. As if we didn't already know. As if we didn't already know. They just have no idea, folks. They have no idea. They're living in delusion land. They're living in denial, and that's why Trump won in 2016. And that's why Mamdani is going to win. Because all of his opponents have no clue what's really going on. They have no clue what people are really thinking and talking about. And that's why Trump won, and that's why Mamdani.
I like that you're taking a break from the fluid flow of the role.
Right-wing conservative, Trump supporters, the new MAGA, they're with us, they're for us. No, actually, they're with Cuomo because he's going to come out and probably wave an Israeli flag tonight. Isn't that incredible? That's happening tonight. By the way, also tonight, I am going to be at an event with Alex Stein at UT. So once we sign off here, may have to jump a little early today, just a little before 6 Central Time, to head down to UT and link up with Alex Stein before his event at UT campus tonight. So I'll be there with Alex. I know there's going to be some other special guests up there on the stage with Alex tonight as well. So I'll be looking forward to that. I also have to do this because, my producer is doing a great job here. And he's reminding me of things I need to do that I forget to do. Folks, if you haven't yet, please go follow the Owen Report on YouTube. That's a new channel. The Owen Report on YouTube. Still not able to get my original YouTube channel back. I've sent a couple feelers out and got nothing back from YouTube. We're still going to try to do that. But the Owen Report channel on YouTube, please go follow that. Follow me on X at Owen Schroyer 1776.
That was a test of the emergency scramble system. In the case of a real collision, people will be worked.
Really appreciate that. Really helps with the viewership. Really helps with the numbers. Helps get the sponsors some love too. We want to make sure our sponsors are taken care of. We're going to be launching soon, probably some other social media accounts that I'll let you know about. But if you haven't yet, please follow on YouTube, on X, and on Rumble. Really help us out. I appreciate that. Okay, so I think we got all the other notes.
Stan Van Health guidelines do suggest 100 pushes daily.
I think we can go ahead and open the phone lines. We need more merch, they say. I agree. I kind of dropped the ball on the merch. Go figure, you know, now that I'm running my own show and running my own network. A lot more stuff to do, a lot less free time to handle that kind of stuff. Hey, look, if the budget expands and we got a bunch of money coming in, and the sponsors are all happy, and you're supporting the sponsors and supporting the show, then we can expand, and I can hire more people to take care of this stuff. But right now, I basically run everything, and then I got a great producer that kind of helps me run everything and fills in a lot of the gaps and has been doing great work. But if the budget gets bigger, we can hire more people, we can do a lot more work. So hoping it gets there. You know, it's a strange phenomenon because obviously, even though this is a new show, I've been on the air for a long time, so there's already kind of a following there. But this is still just week number 2. This is still just week number 2, so there's a lot of growth, there's a lot of things we still need to do, and we will. We'll go as far as you take us, folks. We'll go as far as you take us. But all of that being said, we're just glad to have you here. We're glad that you're with
Market
us.
Mile
Really
Crew non
appreciate it.
sequitur.
All right.
The DLC loves the town mascot. You know, that seagull named Livingston. They say it reminds them of old workshop videos. I'm not sure the reference. It must be cool.
5560, and remember, it's line to line, so I pick up the phone, I ask you your name and where you're from, and you are on the air. So that's how it goes. Number is on the screen, by the way, if you want to dial it up. By the way, you know, I got some housing market news here that I could get to. We'll see if we end up getting to this housing market news. And I happen to have recently kind of had a personal experience with this. So I give you a little more insight. First caller of the day. What's your name? Where are you from? All right, Stacy, go ahead. Hold on, Stacy. I forgot. I got to switch this. If you noticed, our audio today has been much better. But I forgot I have to flip one switch before the callers. All right, Stacy. Sorry, restart your call. I just fixed the audio, but you're on now, Stacy. Go ahead.
Okay. So thanks so much for all you're doing. We've all been through a ton. I think that you're feeling true.
Skaters often opine about who has the best push. I've never come across someone that said, that skater that pushes with their front foot. I wonder why.
It's amazing how many people have just completely abandoned the platform of truth. They've just completely abandoned the platform of truth. They've completely abandoned the platform of America First. They've completely abandoned it. So, I mean, I'm not the only one, but it's like,
yeah,
many of them are gone.
That's being, you know, exaggerated for sure. But one of the few, say, and we know like the handful that are. And I just appreciate it. I think that, you know, having voted for, I mean, I was no more. I would have voted for a code, basically. And to see that it's not, and, you know, why are we involved with everybody's stuff? I mean, I mean, it's bad.
Because our politicians sell us out. Our politicians sold us out. That's why.
Yeah. And, I mean, I'll be honest. I was on when I was in college. And he was very gracious. Nothing what
You sure look like you're having fun. People are noticing. It's contagious.
Nice. I mean, words. Every great
mission, man.
Line challenges test consistency more than hustling. What do you...
You know, and they knew that I was...
Hit it!
said, "You're going to work really hard, go for it," and I did. I'll be honest, the thing that it wasn't enough for me because I was like, okay, I got to do this. So I went on my merry way, but they were super nice, and he was gracious, walked through the halls.
Go again.
All kinds of great stuff. So, I mean, I got a big part for him and his organization, you know, and everything that they were, you know, they said they did, but they didn't. But that aside, I just I'm not Republican, I'm not Democrat, I'm a party opposite. So if you vote for Kennedy, which I believe is
Objective?
So why are we doing all this stuff that benefits
better than him? How I started getting points and he wasn't getting points, so he decided to back out. I remember all of that. Those transgressions will not be forgotten.
Such a hit. And like you said yesterday, it's like, okay, everybody, let me work hard so you can be fat. And I'm sure it's the same for
You certainly are committed to the push.
I don't know if that was very funny today. We had a little more fun than yesterday.
No, but I mean, you're courageous. You're saying so
That one
much
is climbing the
that they
Sandvan
started
charts.
watching it. I mean, there's a few people I watch religiously, and I kept watching them. All they talked about was civil war. It's all they talked about. I'm like, you know what? Maybe if you stop talking about it, there will be less violence. And maybe if you like cared less about this stuff, and you know, 'cause no matter what, it's not about us being Democrats, Republicans, or what it's about what they're doing to us. So when I get into these heated arguments with family members, even who don't think the same way I do, this isn't about me. This is about the lacking of our government that cares about us. So, you know, it's us really.
That bus driver does good work.
No, we're not going to do this. So the more people are they're going, no, I don't want this, then the better off we are. So we're not talking about, like, yeah, there's definite extremism, and thankfully that's
Don't let
dissipated to some extent.
Light.
But in general, your average thinking
And
just
go.
wants everyone to be happy and prosperous and have a great life.
That's true. And it's like, even though that's what the vast majority of Americans want, we never get that, right? It's like the things that the Americans agree on the most, cutting taxes, stopping foreign wars, it's like that's the stuff that we'll never get from our government. You know, it's funny how that works, but it's a fail-proof.
Let's give it another go.
Occasion. Whatever the American people want, we won't get. Whatever the DC donor class wants, they'll always get.
Yeah, it's like, and I thought what you said last night was great in defense of Trump. Because you're like, the gatekeepers are keeping him away from what the American people really want. But is it that difficult to see? Like, is it really that difficult to see that Americans are last and that, you know?
Yes. Well, you know what? Here's how I would. This might be a crude analogy, but I kind of feel like this is where it's at. Like, you know, Trump is obviously pretty busy. You know, he's pretty busy. Yeah. He's doing a lot of things. And so, you know, I look at it like I've been really busy. I'm launching my own network, launching my own show, everything else that goes along with that. I've been really busy. And you know what has happened is I have like 40 boxes piled up in my garage right now. Just like
standing on business, man, by here.
Boxes and stuff that's been coming here, studio equipment, whatever. And it's like I've been too busy to handle it. And so I think that, you know, that's where it's at. Now, I don't know if Trump ever sees the garage, but I'm reminded. It's like every time I go into my garage, I'm like, oh, yeah. Oh, man, I got to deal with all these boxes. I keep forgetting these piles of boxes in my garage. And then it's just like, oh, I got to do this. I got to do that. I never deal with the boxes. So I feel like, you know, that's kind of a crude analogy, but it's like Trump is so busy
walking, right?
Dealing with all the stuff that keeps getting put in front of him, which is gate-kept by Susie Wiles and others, that he can never walk into the garage, and it's like, oh, yeah, these are the boxes I need to deal with. So that's kind of the analogy. He's too busy. He only gets access to what he's allowed to see because he's gate-kept by the staff. and he can't address the basic boxes in the garage. Just break it down, get it out of there. He can't even do it.
Yeah. Yeah.
And by the way, you mentioned Civil War. Here's what I was saying, and you may notice this. A lot of people talk, but they don't think. And this is why I used to be able to go out on the streets and own the libs. And anybody who's been following me for a long time knows, like, that was really the big content that got me a following. I launched the entire genre online of going out and owning the libs or owning the Trump protesters. I invented that genre. That was me. Okay, why was I able to do that? Because these people talk, but they can't think. And so the minute you make them think, that's when they fumble, that's when they stumble, that's when they embarrass themselves.
Don't want to bother you. The challenge spot isn't around here.
It's not just liberals that do this. Now, plenty of conservatives try to do this too. They talk, but they don't think. So somebody brings up Civil War. Seems to be some voices on the right talking about Civil War. Somebody brings up, they talk about Civil War, and you stop and make them think and say, okay, well, who's going to fight in this Civil War? Who do you think's fighting in the Civil War? You think you? Are you going to fight in the Civil War? You think the hardcore MAGA people that have been thrown overboard and attacked by the people like you for the last year, you think they're going to fight in the Civil War? You think the left? Who is the left going to fight in the Civil War? Do you think it's going to be So they love to say these things because they hear somebody else say it, or there's an angle, or there's a catch. So they love to talk, and they say, oh, Civil War. But if you ever ask them, like, oh, well, how is it? Who is it? How is it going to go? Like, what do you... They don't think about it. They just say these things. There's not going to be a Civil War. I don't see a Civil War in America in the near future. If right-wingers wanted to do something like that, it would have happened on January 6th. But the minute the text message came, the minute the emergency alert came and said, go home, everybody went home. If right-wingers wanted to do anything, overthrow, Civil War, whatever, it would have happened on January 6th. That was the day. We had over 1 million people in D.C. We literally surrounded the Capitol. We were all over. And we went home in peace. We don't want Civil War. There's not going to be a Civil War. The average American can still go out and afford to have dinner. They can still afford to, do whatever their hobby is, watching Netflix, playing golf, working out.
Time for another go.
Now, if that ever comes to an end, which it's like might be on the brink, then maybe you could have some tension. But we're still able. The ease of access, everything is still there. It's harder than ever, maybe, for some people, but it's still there. So, no, I don't believe the Civil War thing for 1 second. I mean, there's a political Civil War. The left is killing people on the right, but nobody's doing anything. The administration isn't doing anything. So we just sit here and take it. I got to jump to another call. I appreciate your call. Hope to hear from you again, though. Next caller, what's your name? Where you're from? Hey, are you going to be watching? Are you going to be watching the debate tonight?
Well, I laugh before I step on that stage, my friend. I just want to let you know that we all know who runs New York City.
Check those boxes.
The Muslims.
Hey, let me just get this off. Let me get it off my chest. So Kampala, Uganda. That's where he's from, Mamdani, right?
Made in the shade would be an appropriate way to describe getting clipped from the canal.
Lodge in
Am I correct?
Uganda is located in Kampala, where he's born. Now you could put the connected dots on that one.
Well, yeah, he's a family. He's pretty rich. I mean, he comes from a wealthy family.
Teleport you here.
Yeah, you were right about Mamdani when I was talking about Eric Adams. I just thought that Eric Adams was going to stay in the race. I don't understand why, but now it makes sense because they're all on the same team. It's like which is better, Burger King and McDonald's? But they're both unhealthy for you, right?
Well, look, the reason, I said it was no secret. I had the inside scoop on Eric Adams. He's got too many skeletons in his closet, and ultimately he was always going to have to drop out, folks. He was always going to have to drop out. By the way, I don't know. He definitely cut a deal. 100% Eric Adams cut a deal to drop out. And Cuomo would probably cut a deal to drop out as well. Curtis Sliwa came out and said he was offered $25 million to drop out of the race. Now, Sliwa, as great as he is, and I think he's a fantastic gentleman, he has no chance. And this man is so principled and he cares so much, he turned down $25 million to drop out. Now, that money might get offered to Cuomo, and he'll drop out. Don't be surprised if that happens. No, but Eric Adams cut a deal. Eric Adams had a lot of issues behind the scenes with NYPD, with the foreign money issues. Eric Adams had a lot of issues, and I guarantee he cut a deal to drop out. And I talked about that. I had NYPD police on and talked about that, so that's how we knew that was coming. Don't be surprised if Mamdani ends up running against Sleeper. Don't be surprised if Cuomo takes a check to drop out. Don't be surprised. But let's see what happens. It's all about luck. It's all about luck.
Okay.
Next caller, what's your name? Where are you from?
Hi, my name's Danny. I'm in Louisville, Kentucky. I was just calling because, I have a lot of respect for how the politicians are acting right now and the policies that they are and aren't making. And I'm just curious, what is it that we can really do about it at this point in time?
Well, I'm doing my thing here with the audience that I have on my platform, to tell the truth. That's what I'm doing. And I always say this because I get the question a lot, which is what can I do? I guess it's a little different context the way you're approaching it right now. But just the fact that you're asking the question is already, it shows you that your head is in the right place. I don't know. I mean, honestly, it's
obliterate
like,
those objectives.
I think just stay tuned, stay hyper vigilant, absorb as much information as you can, and it's kind of just a holding pattern right now because there's nothing we can do now. We are now up against the swamp, which is it's like you can't even believe it, but we are. Now we are still up against the swamp. Even though Trump is president, we're still fighting the swamp, we're still fighting the deep state. So really nothing has changed except now you've got this new MAGA crew that's fighting for the swamp. So it's like this kind of a new dynamic that we're dealing with here. I'm just facing it. I've just decided I'm just going to go head on with it because they won't leave me alone.
My thing is this, okay, so you look at the 26th, and you look at the 28th, and you look at everybody that we have to choose from right now, there's not anybody that I would be willing to vote for because they all suck.
Oh. Well, you got Thomas Massey in your
Relax,
state. He's
but you
great.
do.
Marjorie Taylor Greene.
Go,
I
crush
wouldn't be
it.
surprised if Marjorie Taylor Greene has presidential hopeful in her mind, based off the way she's conducting herself right now. She seems to be intentionally separating herself from this new brand of right-wing deep statism. So I think that those are two names that could emerge. My prediction is Vivek Ramaswamy might pop back up, and he's pretty good. My prediction is you're going to see people emerge in Republican Party politics that you can't even, we don't even know their names right now.
Quick restart.
We don't even know their names. Because here's why I say that. I've talked to a couple campaigns that are going up against, deep state hacks. I've gotten to know some people. And then, like I said earlier, I'm not going to go public with this stuff, but trust me, people that are way bigger than me, way more influence than me, richer, big names, they tell me, hey, we like what you're doing. We like what you're saying. Keep it up. We can't go there yet, but keep it up. So there is this undercurrent right now in right-wing politics. There is a very powerful undercurrent that is just not ready to rise up. They're just not ready to go against the new establishment right wing. They don't want to have these anti-Trump, all these other attacks and all these narratives against them. So they're kind of, trust me, there is a huge undercurrent.
You're halfway there
in right-wing politics. And it's either going to emerge in the midterms or it's going to emerge in 2028. But if you don't sound like Owen Schroyer in 2028, you're not going to get elected. Trust me on that. Don't doubt me on that.
Definitely. I appreciate you coming through and thank you so much for giving me a little bit of help. You have a good night.
See, that's what I'm talking about. I'm not blackpilling up here. I'm actually giving hope. I'm inspiring. Thank you. I appreciate that. I like that a lot, actually. I want to play this clip, actually, real quick. Let me see what else we have here. We got a couple of things. This is Zohran Mamdani on Marsha Martha McCollum yesterday on Fox. Actually, you know what? If I'm going to do that, I forgot I got to switch these sound settings. Let me take another call real quick. Next caller, what's your name? Where are you from?
Matt from St. Louis.
All right, Matt. What's up from my hometown?
Hey, how's it going? Yeah, Owen, I've been listening for probably since 2020 from InfoWars. But yeah, I was just calling Matt Max. I was listening to you on YouTube. And, you know, it's all bullshit, man. Whatever Trump's doing is all bullshit. And guys that I work with, I work out of Boeing out here, they get pissed at me whenever I start railing on them. Like, what is he doing? You know, he's not doing what he said he's going to do. And since the Epstein bullshit, it's just, like, the people are still defending them. It's just unbelievable.
Well, don't worry. It's only a matter of time. It's only.
Are you getting paid by the push?
Because you have to understand, and I've always said this. You've been listening for a while. You know, like, you're in the top 1% of politically informed people. You're in the top 1%.
Good luck owning this
You're
one.
in the upper echelon. So what comes with that is you're gonna get misunderstood. You're gonna get misinterpreted. You're gonna get attacked. You're gonna get slandered and everything else that comes with it. But then eventually you're gonna be right. Eventually you're gonna be right. So.
Right, I get all my info from you and Stu Peters. You know, I didn't know anything about the Jews until the October 7th deal. And then I started researching this, listening to Stu and everything. And it's unbelievable. You know, I'm a Christian. They hate Jesus Christ. It's just,
boy.
It's just unbelievable. They think that Jesus Christ is in a pot, an excrement in hell. And it's just, how is that our biggest ally?
Right.
Well, I don't know. Maybe somebody can ask Netanyahu about that. I don't get into the I don't get into the theological issues. That's not what I do here.
Right.
You know, maybe if there's another, if somebody wanted to do that with me, I'm not going to do that on my show. I do the political issues. I stick to the political issues. That's what people want. I don't do the theological
Start
stuff.
over.
But aside from that, you can say it's good or bad, but you can't deny it. Israel has more influence. Israel has more influence on this administration than you, the American voter. That's just a fact. That's a fact. You can like it or not like it, but that is a fact. To deny that is to not live in reality. So we're not going to do that. We're not going to deny reality.
I have to get
that is the reality. Trump doesn't even hide it. He's public about it. That's what was so frustrating to me yesterday, man. When I came out and that clip went viral of me saying that Trump said Marian Adelson cares more about Israel, and I was attacked, he said it. So it's like, again,
get him? I got the 360.
Just because I follow news and I know what I'm talking about and you don't, like, oh my gosh. Oh, here he is again. He's anti-Trump. He's woke right. Trump literally said it. And you're attacking the messenger because you don't like what Trump said, not what I said. So it's just like, what are you going to do with these people?
Like, use these things, the drop-ins or whatever.
You're going to, you know what I'm going to do? It's just true, folks. I can't help it.
How am I not getting the manual?
It's who I am. It's who I am. I didn't come up with the name, Cuck Destroyer, but I guess that's just who I am.
Look at that, man. That shit will, the
So-
manuals won't
Do
count.
over.
Yeah. To all of you cucks on the right, good luck. Good luck.
I just want
They
to
don't
see
call
that.
me the Cuck Destroyer for nothing. So all you cucks on the right, you want to come after me, all you cucks on the right, all you spineless cucks, all you sellouts, all you ignoramuses that would never step into the fray for anything in your life. All you cucks on the right, you want to come after me? Good luck. Because I'm being nice. I'm actually being nice. I still believe in unity. I still believe in uniting the people for the cause. I still believe in that. That's still what I want to do. But if I ever lose that, if I ever lose that faith, if I ever lose that hope, if I think it's a lost cause, good luck. Good luck. And you're going to find out whose opinions are really popular. Because if you think that just being backed by the establishment, if you think being backed by the establishment right is going to carry you to victory, if you think getting your digital influence money is going to make you popular, good luck. Good luck. I'm being nice. I'm being nice. Because I still do want to bring people together. That's what I really want to do. I want to bring people together. And I want to save the country. I want to save the world from these evil monsters. They're running it.
Go again.
That's what I want to do. But if you're going to get in my way, and you're going to try to stop me in my mission, get ready to meet the Cuck Destroyer. Okay? And I've been nice. I've been nice. I've turned it off. But you're really making me want to go there. You're really making me want to go there. And that's kind of what people want too. I just want to cover the news. That's what I want to do. I just want you to tune in for 3 hours and just know everything that's going on. And I want to cover the news. That's what I want to do. But if you're going to try to stand in my way of saving the country, get ready to meet the Cuck Destroyer. You probably don't know about that because you were nowhere in 2015, 2016,
Let's
or 2017.
give it another go.
And then I was banned off all social media before you even joined this political movement. So you'll learn. Go ahead. You'll learn. All right, I got to hit these video clips. This was Mamdani on Fox News yesterday with Arthur McCollum.
A lot of individuals in this city pay more than 50% of their income in taxes. When you talk about a fair share, how much more than, what is the fair share? What's the number?
I've said that we should increase personal income taxes by 2%.
Is fair?
And my point is this.
If more than half of your income, that's
if you're making $1 million in New York City, or more than that, you can afford to pay 2% more. And the reason you can afford to do so is because that money will be used to better your quality of life as well.
Yeah.
Because when I speak to the wealthiest New Yorkers, I hear concerns about the cleanliness of the city, the quality of life in this city, questions of public safety. This money is the money that will be used to deliver on those things so that we can ensure that we have a return on investment for all of the money that we are raising and spending right here across the 5 boroughs.
Now, I don't know who he's talking to as far as the rich. My guess is he enacts this fiscal policy, the rich are all going to leave New York. That's my guess. But I don't know. He claims he's talked to them. He claims they want them. I don't know. To me, this policy will be a disaster.
Oh, my God. I don't think I can.
Okay. But here's what I find funny. I'm seeing all the right wing, the big voices on the right. You know, all the big conservative Inc. people, and they're all bashing Mamdani for talking about taxes. And I just find it funny because do you think maybe you could raise your voice a little bit? Do you think maybe you could step up a little bit? Do you think maybe you could make a little bit of a fuss over the fact that every single American is taxed 30% of the money that they make? Do you think maybe you could do that? Because it's good. Like, you don't mind dunking on a liberal, you don't mind dunking on a communist when they talk about taxes. But you do realize that under the Trump administration, you're still paying 30% of the money you make on taxes. You do realize that, right? And that has nothing to do with Mamdani. That has nothing to do with a Democrat. So all these principled conservatives that are going to dunk on the communist Mamdani for raising taxes, you're all frauds. I'm sorry. You're just all frauds. I don't hear any of you talking about cutting taxes. I don't hear any of you talking about property taxes, estate taxes.
Time for another go.
Income taxes. I don't hear any of you. You're all silent. You all willingly pay 30% of your paycheck in taxes. You all willingly pay taxes on things you already own. You all willingly pay sales tax. You all willingly pay taxes on the income you make. And you don't say a damn thing. And then Mamdani says, we're going to have 50% taxes. And now you find your spine. And now you find your cojones. I'd love to see some of that energy directed at the taxes that you're actually paying, because none of you even live in New York City. I would love to see that energy applied to the taxes that we all pay. But you're just never there. You only speak up when you can dunk on a commie. It's nice. It's a nice little comfort zone, huh? That's good for you. Here's Joni Ernst.
Okay, this time.
By the way, what's going on with Doge? I don't know. Let's check in on Joni Ernst, who was head of the Doge committee. Listen to this.
President Trump is permanently eliminating many of these non-essential positions as part of a reduction in force, or RIF. So here are some of my suggestions for getting rid of the riffraff with a RIF. First up, eliminate the positions of federal employees and contractors who weren't even working before the government.
Are you writing an objectives guide?
While millions of Americans have 2 or more jobs to make ends meet.
So anyway,
these federal employees aren't working at all.
He's going to complain about all the waste.
There are dozens
waste and fraud
of
and
national laboratories.
Shall I start counting steps?
Joni, you were literally the chair of the Doge subcommittee. It's like, that's what I'm saying. These politicians get up here and they complain to us like we're supposed to be doing stuff about this. Joni Ernst, the chair of the Doge subcommittee. Joni Ernst, who is supposed to be part of the initiative to cut $1 trillion in waste, fraud, and abuse in Doge. They cut $30 billion and stopped. And then she's going to get up there and she's going to show all the waste, fraud, and abuse, and she's going to throw all these big numbers out there like we're supposed to do something about it. Joni, what am I supposed to do about it? We elected you, and we elected Trump.
San Van Health guidelines do suggest
so that we can get the Doge
daily
action of cutting all of this stuff. And you were supposed to be running it. And then you have the nerve to lecture the American people about waste, fraud, and abuse when that is quite literally your job to be cutting it. So that's what I'm saying. It's just, I'm so sick of this crap. Don't tell me you're America first and then post your foreign flag. Don't tell me you were going to cut waste, fraud, and abuse as the head of the Doge subcommittee and then complain to the American people about waste, fraud, and abuse. I'm not... do you think we're stupid? Earth to Joni. You're in Congress. Earth to Joni. You're the head of the Doge subcommittee. Earth to Joni. Your job is to be cutting waste, fraud, and abuse. Why are you giving us a lecture? Why are you lecturing the American people about all the waste, fraud, and abuse that needs to be cut? That's literally your job. Can you imagine if you went to the dentist and your dentist sits down and he says, well, you know, you really need to do something about that cavity, and you really need to do something about that root canal, and you really need to be doing something here about that cap on your back tooth. And you're like, what? You're the dentist. I'm in the dentist chair. Aren't you? I mean, I'm here. Aren't you going to do the cap and the root canal? Like, this is what I'm here. Like, yeah. I mean, you really need to have a root canal. You really need to have that cap replaced. You're
no
the
blood,
dentist.
No
I'm in the dentist chair at the dentist office. You're the dentist. Are you going to be doing the dental work that I'm here for you to be doing?
Wooden pallets are
Joni
great
Ernst.
makeshift obstacles.
Look at all the waste, fraud, and abuse. You're the chair of the Doge subcommittee. Look at this cap that's missed, but you're the dentist.
You can build here. I don't know.
It's all such a clown show, man.
These are samples.
And that's why it is so frustrating, because we really thought we were fix this stuff, and it's not happening yet. So it's just a little frustrating. And I know I'm impatient. I know that. I mean, It's just a joke. It's just insulting. And then you watch all of these cuck conservatives. That's what they are. These cuck conservatives. And they just sit here and celebrate everything. It's like nothing is even happening. They just wave the pom-poms. It's pathetic. All right, we'll go back to the phone lines. We'll take at least one call here before I have to sign off. Need to jump down to UT quickly. Next caller, what's your name? Where are you from?
JT, San Antonio, Texas.
You certainly are committed to the push.
I was just gonna ask Owen if it's possible that it's like what Trump is doing is art of war. You know, like
I didn't think about that.
Possibly just be.
Yes. No, I do think it's possible. Yeah. But see, my issue is because I do think about that, and I do think it's possible. But my issue is I don't know that. You understand? So I can't tell you that's going on.
It's hard to wait.
Well, it's not even about that. It's not even about.
We've been holding tight for so long.
No, it's not a patience issue. It's not a patience issue. It's a, I don't know that's going on. I can only report to you what is going on. I can only report to you what I know. So I don't know that. So I've thought about it. I think it's a possibility Trump could be doing art of war. I mean, again, if you, that speech he gave in Israel, where he basically tells the American people that they're running the whole show, and he points up and he says, there's the Adelsons, they're the biggest donors, they care more about, I mean, it was one of the most odd things because it was like, this is either Trump.
There's so many things he's been doing lately that's odd. It just seems odd.
Did you watch the whole speech in Israel?
No, I didn't watch the whole speech.
So most people didn't. Most people didn't. And part of me thought maybe I should just play the whole thing. It has to be one of the strangest things. I'm telling you, folks, it's one of the weirdest things because he's up there and it's like you would think he's the president of Israel.
All right, I'm out of here.
The whole presentation, the whole air, the whole attitude, the whole thing is like I'm the president of Israel. Everything I'm doing is for Israel. And then he calls out the Adelsons, he calls out the donors, he calls out how it's all